Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United, Manchester City podcast, where we discuss all things in regards to the two Manchester clubs. On the red side of Manchester, it came out today or yesterday, and Mbeumo has a 70 million price tag. That's what Brentford have priced him at, and that's what is causing the issue and causing the delay in regards to Mbeumo joining Manchester United. United believed that 65 million would have got the deal done, but now Brentford wants 70 million. So I know a lot of the questions are going to be about the Mbeumo deal. And on the Manchester City side of things, quiet in regards to transfers, but their rivals in Arsenal, their rivals in Liverpool, are looking to strengthen according to reports. And if Isak joins Liverpool, can Manchester City win the league? Can they get it over the line if that was the case? Because they've been linked to Isak, also been linked to Rodrigo. Arsenal, it looks like they're going to get Gyökeres. They've also been linked to Rodrigo. They've also been linked to Eze as well. So again, please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Manchester City related. Please, people. Big up to everyone who's joined over from the raid on Hassam's channel. Long stream. Shout out to my guy, Don Hassam. Big up to the entire panelist over there. Hope you lot enjoyed the back and forth and the debate with myself and Souls as well. Vader was on there. Vader will be on there shortly, people, so don't worry about that. Big up to Vader every single time. And as always, when you enter the city of sarcasm, pay the tax, people. Pay the toll. All I need you lot to do, hit the like of these multiple things. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Please make sure you share this out across all of the socials as well, people. Yo, why is my shit gone off the screen? I was thinking it was blank. Hold on, my bad. There we go, people. Yes, it's flawless. At Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram. So Twitter/X, retweet and like on there. And also Sarcasm City TV. And yes, it's flawless is the new Twitter. So follow me on across all platforms. Same with Sarcasm City TV. And just as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well, people. And big up to Anton. Is it Anton Anonymous? Big up to you for the super chat. He says, had to subscribe after I watched you screw up Souls. Hey, big up. Appreciate you not only subscribing, number one. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that too. Big up, man. I hope you lot enjoyed it, man. Hope you lot enjoyed it. I didn't expect it to go there, but you know, like again, player FC people, it baffles me. It really, really does baffle me. But we move. But big up for the super chat, much appreciated. And to anyone, someone was in the chat talking about flawless overslept. I was literally working. I was on stream, so that's why there is a slight delay. Big up to Warrior J. Been kind enough to drop some of the transfer news in the chat as well. 1 second. Why your StreamYard's been playing up, you know. What is going on here? I can't even go to the comments. There we go. This should work now. There we go. Yeah, StreamYard has been playing up. It was playing up on the Sam's channel as well. I'm going to go through the chat as well and big up everyone here who's been kind enough to comment. I really appreciate you lot supporting Sarcasm City TV. Road to 16K as well. Warrior J, big up every single time. Hey, big up to Fats also. Big up Fats in the cut. That's gaming. No, I didn't oversleep. Warrior J, right? It's actually quite a bit of news still. You know what I'm saying? I like Warrior J said flawless will be live after a Sam stream. Well, big up to Abdi Haas. Big up Kingsman. Big up to Eyes Notes. Big up Rich. Says Havertz over Gyökeres. Havertz to go anyone. You lot jokers. Big up to Sam. Says, oh, brother, Sai, my G. Big up, bless. Hope you're good. Big up Crypto. Says Flawless is in his GOAT phase. Cookery class. Michelin season. Love that. That's fire. That is fire. Big up to Reluctant Gamer as well. Big up to Desi, who says, remember to assign Havertz as a Xhaka replacement. Nah, me and Vader ain't going to argue today. He says, get ready for popcorn in the stream, people. Nah. Vader, we beat Vader a joke, man, but shout out to Vader every single time. It'll be on shortly, people. Don't worry about that. Big up the OG Pops as well. Says, big up. It's the hashtag GLE in the building. Big up. What's GLE? What did I miss? Let me know, Beijing Pops. Let me know. Yo, needed something to watch before sleep. Luckily, you're live. Hey, man, we always live late here. Again, big up to Kingsman also as well. But shout out to everybody in the chat. So, news broke. And let me get to it. Where is it? Manchester United pushed to buy Brian Mbeumo has stalled after Brentford raised their valuation to close to 70 million. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is intent on not being pushed into paying more than Manchester United's 65 million valuation of the forward. That's from at Jamie Jackson __ on Twitter. There's more. At the end of June, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Jason Wilcox believed the £60 million package would land in Mbeumo. Brentford also privately indicated a medical was expected and what was expected imminently. Brentford's change of stance has been met with resistance by United, who wish to not be held to ransom and are determined to be patient. That's all from at Jamie Jackson __ What did Fat Joe say on stage in the verses? Yesterday's price is not today's price. And I knew in my heart of hearts, I said it on here, I said it on back again, I said it every platform I was on talking about this deal, that the valuation is not miles apart. What we are offering and what Brentford want is not 20 million pounds apart, 30 million, 40 million, 50 million. We're talking 5 million pounds. And on top of that, like I keep stating, Manchester United are not negotiating from a position of power. We are the B side of the negotiation. Pay the extra 5 million. Do I personally think Mbeumo is worth 70 million? It's probably 5 million too much. I think 65 million is about right. But I will pay the premium. You know why? Because we are desperate to land this player. And I think he actually does have a massive impact at the football club. 65 million is probably a fairer price, but 70 million, I'm not saying, whoa, that's way over the top. All it is about, not going to be pushed around and all this. Pay the money. Will he be worth 70 million in value to Manchester United? Yes. Do I think he offers 70 million of value on the pitch for us? Yes. If this was someone else buying him, 70 million might be a bit steep. If this was someone else, if this was a Liverpool signing him, if this was Manchester City signing him because of where them teams are trying to go, he might not be that. Because I don't actually think Mbeumo is elite level in regards to going and winning Prems and Champs. He might get there, he may improve, but I think he's a very, very good player. I think he's a very, very good player who could become a great player. And I could be wrong in regards to him going to win a Prem or a Chance. But the point that I'm making is we don't look at Mbeumo as we look at Rodrigo, for example. That's the difference in level I'm talking. Like Mbeumo could get there. Maybe he becomes a great player. Maybe he becomes elite. But 70 million, is he worth 70 million to us? Yes. Pay the money. It's 5. It's not like we're offering 65 and they're like, we want 125. Then I'd understand the difference. Really, 5 million. You literally just got 11 million from the Elanga deal. You got 7.5 million from the Fernandez deal. Those two right there. You got 5 million from the Sancho deal. Just use that. It's not even money you're losing. That's extra money with the add-ons. You've literally got 2 add-on deals where you've got money from and the Chelsea deal with Sancho. Just use that. That's not money from the transfer key. And if you would have done what you were supposed to and sold Bruno Fernandes, that extra 5 million will be there. 5 million, 5 million we're talking. It's footballing structure. Best in class, my my neck back. What are we talking about here? Is he worth it? Does he look at the numbers he's put up over the last 3 seasons? Look at the performances he's put in. Look at what he will add to this team alongside Cunha. You put him and Cunha together, that's an absolute dangerous duo. And if you give them a competent striker, that's one of the best attacks in the league. Cunha and Mbeumo, competent striker. There isn't many attacks better than that in the Premier League. Remove Liverpool. Liverpool got, let's say it's Vert, Salah, Nunes, Gakpo. City is Mamouche, Foden, Cherky, Haaland. That's quality. Chelsea, Palmer, João Pedro, Neto. Who's another white player? Bino Gittins. Trying to think of who else is there. Villa, Rodgers, Watkins, Ramsey, say Leon Bailey, for example. Newcastle, Isak. This is everyone that's currently constructed. Isak, Gordon, and Alanga. So I've just gone through what is that like the top 6 Spurs, Solanke, Kulusevski, Kudos, Odegaard. I've named striker 10, 2 wingers. That isn't far away from any of them. It's right up there. It's those two, and Mbeumo Cunha with his competent striker is right up there in terms of quality. Right up there in terms of quality. Right up there. Go and pay the money. What are we doing? That improves us crazy. Again, our pants fall down. Has he got 1 year remaining? I don't think he's got 1 year remaining. Let me double check that. I don't believe he's got 1 year remaining, but I'll check that. And then Mbeumo contract. Let's see this. No, he's one. So we've had this discussion before. He's got 1 year left with an option for another year. So basically 2 years left. So 2 years for a player of that caliber, I'm taking that 100%. Look at the numbers he's put up. Look at the performances he's put up. He's played 2 different roles. When Ivan Toney was there, he was more of a Robin and was more as the supporting cast and supported very well. And then this last season, he became the main man. I'm back 20 goals. However many assists, and it wasn't a Bruno GNA or it wasn't Palmer GNA from last season I'm talking about. It wasn't a James Maddison, wasn't a Brennan Johnson where you look at the numbers and you go, them numbers don't match the performances. It's like, no, you put up bits. Like you did bits. You put up good numbers and also the performances matched it as well. So it's not, just to clarify in the chat, it isn't 1 year left. He's got 2 years left on his deal. It's like, go pay the money for him. Go pay the 70 million for him and keep it moving. And if he performs there, no one gonna care about how much he was. That's another thing I always say with that. And we have the money there. Pay him. The money, the bread is there. Pay the man. And big up to Ack, says big up Flawless, keep grinding. I've always got your back. Big up, man. Appreciated. And to Low Fat, who says it a flat 70 or 70 and add-ons. I'm presuming it's equaling 70. So like 65. They want it to equal 70. So like 65 plus 5. That's just me guessing. Or 60 plus 10 or 62 plus 8. That's what I think it is. Because we offered 55 and 10 was the second bid. So they probably just like, hey, it's literally 5 million. Yeah, that's what reports are saying. It's 5 million because we value them at 65. They want 70 and we offered 65. We offered 55 and 10. So literally take the 55 and just put 5 more on that and they'll probably accept 60 plus 10 and get it done. God, welcome to the show as well. Gaslighter extraordinaire. My like Vader Games TV in the building. Yes, Vader, what are you saying?
Yo, you know, man. Listen. This show's needed. This show's needed. Everybody, yes. If you haven't subscribed, do the damn thing. Subscribe to Sarcasm City TV so you can get the notifications. If you're listening on the listening platforms, all good. You get to hear the conversation. You get to kind of imagine what Flawless and myself look like as we're saying what we're saying. But if you want to see what it's all about, head over to YouTube. All right, head over to YouTube. What's about to go down this episode, which is needed. All right, it's like the nutritional value or sustenance, minerals, vitamins. You need this in your life. And if you don't have it in your YouTube life, you're unbalanced. Your equilibrium's all off. You're wondering why things aren't quite working out. You need this show in your YouTube diet. So shout out to my man Flawless. We're gonna have the convo. And if you're not new and you're familiar to this, you know what I'm about to do.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games. That shit's fun.
Let's go. What you saying, man? How you been?
I'm blessed, man. I know we were just literally on the show together, but I'm blessed. Hope the fam's all good and everyone's blessed as well over there, man. I hope everyone's good. And Jens, I see you as well, man. Blessed that you got the switch and got the charger and that. Blessings. Vader's here, people. Don't worry about that. And you lot get your questions in regards to Manchester City as well. But yeah, with United, it's like, again, I knew it. Like I was saying, I don't know if you caught it. When everyone's talking about, why have we not signed Mbeumo? I said it was a minor in regards to the difference in fee. Obviously, 70 million is a big fee. We're literally talking 5 million. It's not 25 million. It's not 45 million. It's not 65 million. If the gap between the two clubs' evaluation, I'd understand the delay. They're literally saying run us 5 more million. And we're like, nah. It's like, yo, bear in mind, yo, I've mentioned this, how much he improves us, how much is needed, and the fact that we have the money there is what even makes it worse for the 5 million. Like I said, Chelsea gave us 5 million from Sancho. We just got 11 million from the Alanga deal because of a sell-on clause. We just got 7.5 million for Fernandez when did he go to Madrid? Wherever Fernandez went, the fullback for those, like Bruno Fernandez. We just got 7.5 million for that. So money's coming in. So we could easily just use that. Boom. 5 million, here you go, and Mbeumo's here, etc. Because it even said in the report, one second, where is it? Where was it? Yeah, this was it. Brentford also privately indicated a medical was expected imminently. So even Brentford were like, all right, yeah, we're just going to get this done. And this is just typical of, he went Real Madrid. Thank you, Jez Fernandez. He went Real Madrid. This is just typical of just Manchester United. And the thing is, we're going to end up paying the 5 million anyway. And it's like, why did you delay all of this? It's like, yo, just get it done. Yeah. And if you would have done what you were supposed to do in terms of selling players, the 5 million would have been there plus more, even though we've got money from the sell-on clauses I'm talking about more. And it's all just a complete, shit show, but the football is structure best in class, man. I'm negative. Sorry, go on, Vader.
I get the I'd rather have it now than wait for it. I get that, Flawless. But there's something said about the philosophy, right? The process. You can't disagree too much with United Glazers / Ineos with them being adamant on how tough they are going to negotiate with regards to a difference of a few mil. Because that long term, that's going to pay off. That's no club's going to be like, we got United over a barrel. They're going to do or pay whatever we want. Like, the fact that you guys are moving this way, and I know from a fan standpoint, y'all are frustrated. Y'all get the deal done. Let's get Mbeumo out here. I don't have to deal with these rivals asking me questions on when you're going to sign another player and all this stuff. But long term, if you guys do get this deal and you're saving 5 mil, or you're changing up the terms of agreement with regards to installment payments or whatever it may be, I think it still sets you up for you guys not being the club that was just hemorrhaging money, right? Ineos Sir Ratcliffe came in here and he had to clean house. He had to be like, guys, what? Listen, Sir Alex Ferguson, you're an amazing ambassador. You've been tremendous. You've gone to all of these events for us. But this 2 mil, we got to stop this. Listen, lunch ladies. Nah, we don't need. Listen, we got to let you go. You've been great. Cristiano Ronaldo came through here, said he remembers seeing y'all faces when he was first here.
That's disrespectful to the lunch ladies. He didn't have to crash on them like that, but go on. I'm saying the way he did. About leave the receptionist and the lunch ladies alone. Let them do their thing, man.
It's true.
He didn't need to do all that.
He didn't need to do all that. He did. But Sir Jim was like, I'm cleaning house everywhere. This everything's got to change up. And when you're being so Scrooge McDuck with the money like that, when you're counting every penny, you kind of see how it's going to play out with regards to negotiations. Now, Flawless, let's be real. Well, whether the 5 mil gets saved, y'all don't pay it, or whether you do pay the 5 mil, you're getting Mbeumo. Before the season kicks off, you have your player. So how the club goes about it, but you get the player anyways, it should be calm.
That's why you haven't seen me on with you or anywhere else whiling out about it, because I think it gets done, and I've had that stance. But initially, from when he rejected Arsenal and he rejected Newcastle and he rejected Spurs, I was like, we've got it. Even when Thomas Frank went, it's, you might not get him. Even after the first bid, even after the second bid. Because a lot of people are new here, I have no qualms about not getting him. This is why I'm not whiling out. This is why I've not been on socials whiling out. Well, Vader makes a great point. The 5 million we are going to end up paying anyway. So just pay it. Like, we are going to end, like, if we walk away from the deal, then I'd kind of hear it. But then even then, in regards to walking away from the deal, what made you think that they was going to change their mind on it? And it's only 5 million, and on top of that, do I think the player is worth the extra 5? Yes. I think this is not obviously you never get a sure thing, but he's definitely if this was a player who's coming off one season in the Premier League, or if this was a player outside the Premier League, I'd go, I hear it. He's worth the 70 million because of what I think he brings. And as mentioned this, him and Cunha together that's what excites me most about this transfer is those two together. Because I seen what Mbeumo did with Visa, who I rate highly. And I think Cunha is a better version of that. So if you link those two up together, I think it could be dangerous. And also, if you get a competent attacker with that, I have to get no one at it. It's one of the best. That's one of the best attacks in the league as a trio. It's one of the best attacks in the league. So to me, is it worth paying 75 more million than you wanted to potentially have a top 4, top 6 attack in the league? Yes, it's significant improvement.
But you
have to pay the premium.
You still have to be you still have to be
I think
diligent.
that's a cheap premium. Yeah, but I think that's a cheap premium to pay. But if it was worlds apart, hear it.
Let me listen for the ladies in the chat. All right, ladies in the chat.
It's gonna be good.
Ladies, yes, the evening's gonna play out the way the evening's gonna play out, but you still gotta have the evening move at a certain pace, if you hear what I'm saying. Yeah, so you're gonna get this player, but your club knows you can't just throw the money like that. You can't just be like, oh, this is the evaluation you told us. Oh, we're just gonna pay it. I get the tough negotiations. You gotta.
I think you've negotiated. I think you've done the hard part.
No. I know your patience is already like, listen, just get it done. Nah, they're being like, we're still gonna test your mettle. We're still gonna see whether you're gonna blink on this 5 mil. So at the end of the day, Flawless, you're getting the player. The tough negotiations that the club's doing, I see it.
I think we get the player, but I just don't want it to impact him. I don't want it to impact him in regards to. I want him here before the preseason talk, for his sake.
Listen, get
your business done early.
That's kind of here or there because again, we know he's prem proven, so that type of getting him here early isn't quite needed. But it is it's gelling of the squad and the manager.
Gelling of the squad and understand the crap that's surrounding you, mate. You know what I'm saying?
No. But this is what I'm saying. Get him there as late as possible, right? Don't have him see the disaster just yet. Get him through the door as late as possible.
No, he needs the disaster. He needs to be receiving these passes. You know what I'm saying? Neck high from Bruno and Garnacho and everybody else early. So he's like, all right, cool. I know what it is. He just got to look Cunha just got to be like, all right, you know what? I've played in bad 5-a-side teams where it's just me and another good player. Hey, this is on me and you. We're going to go as far as
No, you got Mainu, you got Diallo.
Mainu ain't going to play. You know that.
No, he's there though. He's there. He's
there. He ain't going to play.
We don't know. We don't know just yet.
So we can only go off. We can only go off previous evidence.
No, we can't do it. No, we can't even do.
Okay, so tell me where Maino's going to play.
No, I'm not. No. We can't predict that. What I'm saying is we can't.
We can make a prediction. Of course,
we can't. No, we can't because the differences, Flawless. The differences, like you said, you got Mbeumo coming through. You got Cunha. Now, how Amarin played previously. Scrap that. I'm telling the same thing to my fan base with regards to City. They're all like, Pep's going to play the same way last season. I'm like, guys, no. He's going to use what's best this season. Last season was last season. It's totally different.
You think Amarin changes?
Absolutely. Because no, don't laugh. Don't do that. Why is the man laughing when I say I do think he changes.
What did he change?
He has to change. He has to change because again,
what's he going to change?
You can't have a repeat of last season. You can't. So whether he does a George Costanza and just does the complete opposite of what he's done,
man really thinks Maino gonna play. You know,
Maino's gonna play. Talent will get on the pitch. Talent will get on the pitch.
You don't rate Maino. You don't rate him.
Well,
you don't rate Maino. You don't
whatever Maino did during the off season, whatever he did in terms of like, hey, show and prove.
Oh, I heard. I've not seen it, but apparently he's been in the gym This is what I've heard.
That's what you got to be back in the lab. You got to be back in the gym.
Sure.
You got to get back to basics.
You got to
show. You got to show the manager. And not only that. Not only that. This man's laughing way too much. It's not even just showing the manager. It's also your players. It's also your teammates.
I needed his jokes. Oh, this is good, man.
You have to. Listen. He's gonna have his teammates. He's gonna have his teammates. He's gonna have You're gonna. I mean, I know you're captain. You don't quite rate him, but you're also gonna have the influence of the captain being like, this he needs to play. This is what I'm thinking of. I
don't want Mbeumo to play.
What?
I don't want Mbeumo to play because of where the manager's gonna deploy him. That's why.
So all right. Where do you think he's best played? What do you think?
He's a final third player. Mbeumo's a 10 or an attacking 8.
Okay, and why wouldn't you think he plays there?
Because if you got Mbeumo and Cunha as the 2 10s, they play. We're gonna sign a striker and he's play Højlund ahead of him. The strikers in front of him, Xerxes ahead of him, and then he's got Bruno, Agate, Casemiro, who are all ahead of him in the pecking order in midfield.
Nah, he plays. You know why he plays?
Go on.
So
you telling me he plays a Bruno Mbeumo pivot? Oh, that is horrible.
No, he may not play that pivot, but you got to recognize there's going to be he's not going to be the first option to start because he didn't rate him last season. Yeah. I'm going to concede. I'm going to say, you know what? He's not going to start him, but he is going to give. I believe he is going to give the player enough to prove whether he should be playing or not. So if that means being subbed on, if that means
playing him out of position, which is an issue, and then you playing him next to Bruno. If he's playing, he's going to be playing next to Bruno. Which don't suit him. Him there with the island by himself. Curtains, man. This curtains. Red side. The curtains.
I think before you start projecting the worst.
I'm just saying, man. Do you think? All right. So let me ask you the question. Do you think a Mbeumo Bruno Fernandes pivot is a good pivot?
No.
Okay. So we're in agreement then.
Yeah, but I only think it's not good because. If Bruno shows more discipline this season,
Here this guy. If Bruno shows more discipline, if Cameroon changes,
we can.
wait, hold on one sec. I just got a DM back from Margot Robbie. I'm off, man. Sorry, go on, carry on. As you were, man.
Wow, the allegations are real. No, what I'm trying to point out.
Definitely, 100%.
That's definitely 100%. I'm trying to point out.
Bruno shows more discipline, yo. The guy who plays Rocket League football, being more disciplined. Great, man. I hear it.
He doesn't. You know what? He doesn't play that way for his country. You'd agree. Bruno doesn't play that way for country.
Less of it, yes, because they don't give him the freedom that we give him, yes.
So there may be the manager changing. There may be the manager changing and not giving him that freedom this season.
The manager begged him to stay, man. He giving him the key.
Yeah, to stay, but not to have the same freedom he had last year. I'm just saying, you can go into this upcoming season. You can go into this upcoming season and see changes from 2. Now,
that's it, Bruno, more discipline. Yo, you're a good stand-up comedian today. You got me twice. I'm crying tears, yo. Man said, Amroon's gonna change. Bruno gonna be more disciplined. Next week you gonna tell me, yo, like Luke Shaw gonna be looking like Captain America after he took the super soldier serum. That's what you're telling me next. Luke Shaw gonna be a competent goalkeeper. Oh Lord of mercy, yo. You got some good jokes there, man.
Luke Shaw's I'm not trying to crack jokes right now. Luke Shaw is one that needs to say bye to United. I would agree. But this whole flawless, come on.
Come on, let's be
serious. No. Listen, this level of United fans already projecting the worst. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's because again, because I won't do what you mentioned about souls and you like the backing of the player. Just because it's this club, the badge underneath me, and they wear the shirt, I am not going to blindly back it if I don't think it's good. Here's one thing I will say is though, they do have the transfer window and enough time to turn this around. Yes.
Yeah.
I like what I'm hearing. We got linked to Estepinian. We got linked to Emi Martinez. Good stuff.
Hey, listen, like you said, you don't have any issues with Ineos, Glazer Ineos, with how they've been moving transfer wise.
No,
Yes,
windows.
you'd want them to, yes, you'd want them to be a little quicker, but in terms of how they move, all's calm. I'm just saying, the changes could happen, and we can't say just like Souls. No, but just like Souls was like, he's got concerns, he's got doubts, but he just needs to wait and see, right? He wants to see this. I'm just saying, what I'm hearing, they should be concerns, they should be doubts, not just belief that it's not going to work. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, but it's like because there's no new ingredients outside of because I can only assess it as it is now.
But those attacking players, you get those two, you can see a system changing. You can see the manager.
If you get Mbeumo and Cunha, it's an improvement, 110%.
Yeah, and hear me out.
But with just those two alone, he still gets sacked October, November.
October, November is the kind of like the over and under of when he gets sacked.
No, the reason why this is, I think I've said this to you before, because they sacked Ten Hag November.
Yeah.
And because this is their guy and they've backed him, if Amorim is doing slightly better than Ten Hag, the same or slightly worse, all the conversation surrounding him is going to be, well, Ten Hag was on this trajectory. He had this amount of points at this time. Amorim's got the same or less. I'm just saying what will be spoken about. No, I'm not saying me. I'm saying this is what I'll be spoken. Because I already know this is going to happen. And then he's going to be under major pressure. And then eventually he will get sacked. Of course he will. Because this is back to the holidays. This is where we are now, because the manager's no good. You mentioned it about it being better with them two. We are now relying on individual players, like on the individual skill and skill set.
No,
we are relying on that. We did it with Oli. That's why Oli had the success he had.
Yeah, but you did it with Oli, but you didn't. Were you relying on individuals last season?
Yes. That's why we got. Did you watch the game against Leon? Casemiro, for example. More so, not in the Premier League because we was terrible, but the Europa League run. Look at Casemiro, for example.
But in the run, wasn't it every different player?
No, it was more so. It was our better players. From a defensive standpoint, outside of the Leon game, we was miles better. It was Xerxes, even though he's an attacking player. It was Xerxes, Bruno at points. It was Nano at points. Casemiro, Yoro, Maz, Dele, better players.
Yeah. So again,
but that's not good enough for a league season, because as we've seen, that's why we failed to win back to back.
But the examples that you saw from those individual players in different games throughout the cup run, you can see that in the league. You can see the potential. Sorry, you can see the potential of that in the league. Now, the reason why I say things change completely with Mbeumo and Cunha is because, listen, not saying you're going to go out and just go to outscore. But when there's a lot more belief in that final third and actually getting a good shot off or getting a good opportunity, there's less panic. We've all played ball before, right? There's we're in attacking position, but
good one, Simon. It was good. That was a Vader special, that man. I'm gonna hold on to that one, yo. That was a good one, man. That was a good one. Yeah, I said it, Bruno. It's more disciplined, yo. Even the man that rates him and begged him to stay said that he's not really disciplined and he's better in front of the ball than he is because he wants to do too much. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what it is.
Hold on. You guys in the chat, you guys are ridiculous. All listen to my.
So
like, no. Hold on.
Go.
Because I was mid bar. When I broke that all down, I posed a question because again I'm gonna be logical. I'm gonna have the conversation. I'm not just gonna be throwing things wildly. I said, what have we seen from Bruno for country versus club? And we have seen a lot more disciplined version of him for country. And Flawless, without missing a beat, said, you know what? Because he doesn't have that freedom. He's told or okay. Now what I'm trying to bring up is that request or that need for him to be more disciplined, not having that type of freedom, that we could see Amorim tell him to do that. We can see those instructions because again, he's going to be surrounded with better attacking players. So he doesn't need to do that risk rocket league talk that you're trying to.
Yes. But you know what's crazy? He did that when he had better attackers. He did the same thing.
What do you mean?
When he had Pogba and he had Greenwood and he had Rashford and he had Martial.
Wait, didn't we see the best Bruno when he had Pogba? Wasn't that the best Bruno?
It was because because of where he was playing. One thing Ollie did was play him Bruno is, as much as I criticize him, my major issue is him when he's not in the final third. Okay. I despise him in the midfield where the manager plays him. Final third, he can do something. He can get a goal. He can get an assist. He can do something. My major issue with him is playing central midfield. You watched the Europa League final, right?
Yeah.
You watched the final, yeah. And when he gave away the ball, that's typical Bruno. He does that often. He's too careless is the point I'm making.
Yes, but at the same time, let's be
fair.
Expect
the manager to go,
hey, flawless. Let's be fair though. As much as he would give that poor possession away, there were some great there were some great deliveries from him. Even from the mid pitch, not necessarily just final third, but even mid pitch. He needs to be a lot more secure with the ball, and I think he could be because he's going to be surrounded with better attacking players.
Cool. Right.
Possession is going to be so much more of a premium.
You know, every time you tell me all this stuff, it goes exactly the way I say, and then you go, you know what? You called this right. This is literally the same conversation we was having about the squad with Ten Hag. No, this is literally the same conversation we was having with Ten Hag and the players there and the issues we have. But to your overall point, you're saying I expect us to be better. Yes, but it still won't be. Again, if it's just Mbeumo and Cunha, is it better? Yes.
Yeah.
But is it good enough? No. I'm asking for the bare minimum here. I'm saying do what you did. You mentioned last summer a lot. Yo, sign 5 players.
Sign 5 players again.
Well, sign 5. Yes, because we need to sign 5 players. We're in desperate need.
But hold on. We've seen the likes of Liverpool. They don't buy players every summer. The expectation to get 5
because they're at a better level than we're at. That's why.
Yeah, but even with regards to clubs that weren't as good as you can't go out and get 5 players every transfer.
Not every year. I'm just saying this one is needed.
Yeah, but you did that last summer. You're asking for another 5 this summer.
You took us backwards, so you owe us. Yes. Then why are you saying that? Did they again? Am I wrong? Did any of us?
No, you did. Yeah.
Did they not take us backwards?
You had a season where did
any of us
fell back?
Any of us took us back. Okay, then. So under your ownership, we've gone backwards. So
but here, then I don't like how you phrase that because
they gave
you talent. No, they gave you talent that should have kicked you on forward. But
who did they give the talent to?
Ten Hag and Amarim.
Okay, so you gave the talent to someone who shouldn't have been here, and now you're giving further talent to someone who shouldn't be here. May it make sense?
Okay, you're getting more talent now too. You're getting more talent now.
100%. Like so we have to talent. We're not talent proof. That's the wrong word. We have to add talent to the squad because that's going to take us as far as we go. So bring in a goalkeeper that's needed. Bring in a midfielder and bring in a striker, and then call it that. Because we need a new spine.
Yikes.
Because we actually, if I'm being really, really honest, that's the bare minimum because we need 2 midfielders. But aside from that, bring me a goalkeeper. Wow. Because they messed up with Bruno, bring me a goalkeeper, bring me a midfielder.
Do you think the price? Do you think the price you paid for Cunha is what's kind of making things a little muddy with regards to Mbeumo?
I get to an extent because they probably looking at it and going they're similar in level. So yeah, and he had a release clause, so that makes sense. I think we would have ran into this issue with Wolves if he didn't have a release clause. And understandable, because I think Cunha's better than Mbeumo. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Cunha's better than Mbeumo. Don't mean I don't rate Mbeumo, but I think Cunha's better.
Who do you think? But you think Mbeumo, based off of what he's done, demands more contractually?
Just because of the release clause, I'm saying is like I would have paid 62, 65. We're saying what 7 million difference between the two.
If you were to say, listen, you're going to give them both wages, would you not give Mbeumo higher wages than Cunha?
Similar. I think Cunha, but if someone the thing is, if someone says Mbeumo's better than Cunha, I'm not going to argue you down. Okay. I think it's close. They're both 2 quality players. You know what you'll get. They don't do the.
Are United fans saying if you get Mbeumo, Cunha, and maybe that other striker, you guys are back? Are United fans going that far?
Fans are gonna say that. Of course, some United fans are going to say
y'all fans, y'all got the best fans.
And then you got people like you who gas it up. You say, nah, back your team.
I'm not gassing it.
You literally said, I like when fans back their team.
No, I like how he was defending his player, not necessarily just backing it randomly, but he was on defense because you had RSM, you had Jew, and you guys were trying to press him. I said I rated how you was
Yeah,
backing.
I wasn't even trying to press. I was just having a conversation. That's all.
Nah, you were pressing. We know how you. We know.
I
we know
just
the
want to
thing.
have the conversation. Like
No,
when
we
people
know.
don't,
We know the disguise press. Stop this,
there ain't no
Flawless.
disguise. It
Everybody
was
in
a
the chat. If you're new to this show, you don't know. But
no.
Flawless likes to do this nonchalant. He does a nonchalant press. He tries to
Yeah.
disguise it as I'm just asking questions. But listen to him. And
No,
if
it
you're
is
not
no, it is
watching the
no,
show,
it is a press.
listen to the I call them QPMs, questions per minute. Listen to the rate, and he asks as he asks these questions. All right, that's him pressing.
Well,
His
100%.
QPM.
Nah, I'm not disputing that, Mike. I'm going to take that. QPM is fire. I do that. You know why? Because you got people trying to play, like people who are trying to play out from the back. You can't play out from the back. Like, no, you don't have the facilities for that, big man. If you cannot play out from the back, you are getting the QPM is going to be high. The nonchalant press is going to be high. And what I do is I don't even really question what you are saying. If you give me a statement, I ask, oh, what? Show me you're working out. You're telling me 2 and 2, 2 plus 2 is 6. Hi, how did you get there? Let's show the working out. And then when people hear the answers, they understand because they ain't used to that. What people are used to is what it is, people. What people are used to is when you're debating football and they say something crazy, they're just used to the person saying, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't really do that. You say, I Havertz, okay, so you don't you rate Havertz highly. So when so what does Gyökeres do? What does Havertz do better than Gyökeres? Explain. And that's why he couldn't name a list. Because man is just talking absolute nonsense. Because we all know, because we all watch the sport. That's why when I asked him who's the better finisher, and he tried to say, well, Gyökeres in a weaker league. No, who's the better finisher? Come on, man. You just gotta be honest, and I don't get it. And here's another thing: backing a player who has won you nothing. That's the craziest.
Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair.
No, that is fair. No, I'm saying I can only point from my standpoint. I don't back no player like that who, number one, I don't rate really highly, and two, if you've won me something, I'd understand it more. You ain't won me nothing. You ain't won me anything.
No, Kai Havertz. Yes, okay. Kai Havertz hasn't won him anything. But
that's it, man. I just want people, because you know what the crazy part is, Si, when it's me, everyone holds me accountable to a T what I say. But when I do it to others, people do not like it. I'm answered to a T. People do that, whether it's fan calling shows, whether it's the comment section on here. And obviously, I don't have the comment sections on other channels, but I know they've been questioned. I got pelters for my views on Ineos. I got absolutely slaughtered in comment sections for my views on Ineos when it got in. Everyone's fucking quiet. Silence. The barrel of hay is rolling through the city. You can hear a pin drop. What's it? The haze? What's it called? How is it? A haystack? Not a haystack. What's it called? The thing that goes through towns. What I'm saying when it's empty. What's it called? You lot, let me know in the chat. But that's the point I'm making, because Lewis let me know about that. I didn't even know about that. Lewis told me. Yeah, you used to get criticism for that. Pelters for it. Tumbleweed, that's it. Big up certified. Like, what are we doing out here? What's going on? Tumbleweed. Thank you. Big up everyone in the chat. You lot are real ones, because I couldn't remember what it is. So yeah, that's what it is. This is why I do notice I don't do the QPM to everybody.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. Yeah,
but
there's a reason.
That's why I was just
don't invite the press. People invite.
I was rating him because he was like, you know what, let me take on this defense.
No, he was rating him because he was rating him because you know that it's a hilarious moment. I'm watching him dig his own grave. That's why. And you enjoyed it like I did. Like everybody did.
He's a good dude.
Souls is cool. Souls my guy. I've worked with him before, but you know it. You know what I'm saying? You know that's why you got a smile on your face now. You're like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be one of them.
No,
I just kept digging the grave rather than just say, hey, Havertz ain't good enough. Oh, we're adding to. No, Havertz is being replaced by Gyökeres. Man could even admit that. Man could even admit that. He's being replaced. Why does that hurt you so much? So if he's being
but in fairness, he is being replaced at an attacking position, but Kai Havertz was never originally purchased to be a 9. He was to be
a midfielder, and he was so bad there they had to put him elsewhere.
Oh,
that's what happened. Am I lying?
I don't know why.
So you don't subscribe to that? So you think Havertz was doing a great job in midfield?
No, I don't think he hit the ground running, but I think
you think Havertz is a better midfielder or a better attacker?
He's a better attacker from what I've seen. Yeah,
cool. Like all of us. You know what I'm saying? I've seen. Like anyone with 2 eyes and a brain could see that he's a better attacker than he is a midfielder. But Arteta decided to play him there, and because he was so bad, then I had to put him up front. But because he's a better attacker, doesn't make him good enough for where Arsenal are trying to go. Hence why they've been screaming for 2 years about signing the striker. So, but you know, like you said, man, you don't rate Havertz. But I mean, yeah, he said that. But hey, we move. You know what I'm saying? He's never a midfielder in his entire career. But then you put him in. Kind of like how we treat Maino, because Maino's never been a pivot player until he went and got into the first team. That's the craziest part.
Mm.
But hey, we move. Hey, you lot, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Like I say, I just want people to be held accountable the same way I am. If I say some wild stuff, you lot don't let me forget. So, hey, we move. On to your mob, man. On to your mob. Manchester City. This Isak news worrying you? Does that swing the pendulum? Well, you already have them as favourites, so does that swing the pendulum more in their favour if they do get Alexander Isak?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the rumor mill with the summer transfer window is always all over the place. So for me, I try to chill. You know, Flawless. I'm not reactionary. I'm not reactionary. Like, I see too many, and I'm just going to talk about all fan bases so you guys don't get annoyed. You guys don't think I'm gassing. You guys don't think that I'm pointing fingers or I'm isolating in any of you. All right? I just think there's too much of this puppeteer manipulation. Oh, we're now in a social media era. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to phrase my Twitter X message this way so that everybody's gonna be, oh, what? Let's react, let's retweet, let's comment. There's
the
so
Isak
much
thing is real though. It's real interest.
It is very real. It is very real.
So does that worry you that he could go there? Because he improved them a lot. What? Does it worry you if he goes there? Does he not improve them a lot? You've said this. He's the second best striker in the league behind Isak, correct? What? Behind Haaland, sorry.
Isak's behind Haaland?
Isak's second best striker in the league. If not, he's better.
He had the second best season last year.
I'm with you. Give me the ammo for this, because if he goes to Liverpool, the dirty U-turn I'm doing on Isak is crazy. If he goes Liverpool, he's dreadful. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what?
I said I'm doing a dirty U-turn if he goes Liverpool. Havertz is better than him if he goes Liverpool. Fuck him.
Why would you do that?
I don't like Liverpool. That's why.
No.
U-turn, man. He's a scrub. You know what I'm saying? Jokeris is better. Havertz is better, etc.
No.
I'm doing a dirty U-turn. He offers less than Doku. I'm saying all of that, yo. If he goes there, 100%. Sorry, go on.
No, you can't.
I'm joking, by the way, people. I rate Isak highly. Isak, everyone knows I've spoken on Isak. I think he's top quality, man, and that's why I don't want him to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's.
The U-turn dirty. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, you can't do that U-turn. You can't do that U-turn. And I would also say, like, the way to play it, if there's going to be any type of way to look at these things and properly manage, and I'm gonna say it real quick. It's because you're familiar with one of my shows. I do CIA, right?
Of course.
So the thing
great show, great channel.
The thing that I have to let me bring this.
No, you know, just Ethiopian DCL if he goes there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, you can't do it. You can't do it like that. But I rate him
that highly as well. That's what annoys me so much. Like, I've been a big fan for a long time. And big up to who was it for the raid? It was a City channel, I think. Big up to whoever raided over. I'm not sure who it was. It might have been you. Shout out to James Talks Manchester City. It was you. But big up to whoever joined from the raid. If it's a City fans, make sure you lot are subscribed to Vader's channel. City fan, Vader Games TV. Links in the title. So if you're a City fan, you should be over there. If you're just a footballing content creator fan, you should be over there. If you support me, you should be over there as well. It was Carl who raided. Hey, big up to Carl for raiding, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to him, man. Big up to Carl for raiding. And big up to Steve as well. He raided just before. Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. But yo, Isak Vader, talk to me, man. Let's say hypothetically this is true and they get Isak. Does this not concern you in the slightest?
Vader games.
Concern's not quite the right word.
You don't. How are you cool about this? It's crazy.
Listen. Have you ever? You know, there's some people that are accustomed to having a lot of things. Like some people are accustomed to.
Sorry, to Osama who says, "Hey, from a trio, he is." But see if he
Yeah.
goes Liverpool, we getting everything wrong. We slandering him. We slandering the he ain't from the nation he's from, yo. Like, it's
Just
what it is.
misinformation, complete misinformation with everything.
Misinformation with him, yo.
Crazy. Now, listen. I've seen Liverpool without money, right? I'm air quotes for those of you listening, air quotes. I've seen Liverpool without money. I've seen Liverpool play the underdog comfortably, like play their position, calm, know their role. I've seen them do all this. What I have not seen is them in a position of power, in a position of there's nothing short of winning the league this season. I haven't seen them in that type of role, right? So
this is why you smart. I see you.
Listen, we do things different over at CIA. You know what I mean? We ain't messing around.
I see you, man. Vader. I give you a lot of shit, but this is smart.
Now, the concerning part would be if they were comfortable with it. If it was like routine, if they've been there before, if they're like, this is standard. But I don't see it playing out because so many things that they've been telling us for years would have to change, right? Their manager, that he didn't leave too long ago. Every Liverpool fan were quick to tell me, oh, they do it the right way. Oh, how City are moving, how Chelsea are moving. That's not how football is actually done. That's not how you build squads. What? So for all of that belief that they once had, or the belief that they actually had, because Klopp said they cannot compete, started complaining. You ask me these questions every season about, can you spend? Can I spend? And he almost in tears. No, I can't spend like the other clubs. Stop asking me these questions. All to find out they could have spent like this. They easily could have spent like this. The many of the Liverpool fans that are FSG out, you are blaming the wrong side of the coin. It wasn't FSG that didn't have the purse strings. It wasn't FSG that didn't have the revenue to be able to do it was this manager, just like you had that false belief in the player, your academy player that just left in terms of it meant more. It was that manager that was telling you, we can't spend it. We can't compete. That manager wanted the small squad. That manager wanted certain players. That manager told you we'll never go out and buy 80+ mil players. That manager told you that we can't buy multiple players in the summer. Now that he's gone, you're seeing what Liverpool are. And I don't know if they're ready to be that bully. I ain't stressing yet. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not stressing until a ball is kicked. I'm not stressing until I see no rumors coming up about players not being happy because they're not part of the rotation, about players not happy with regards to where their contracts are out. It's different. When you start spending, it's a different set of problems. Biggie told you. More money, more problems. I don't know if Liverpool are ready to deal with those problems. I got to wait and see. Now, Isak, dangerous player. I'm not going to slander him. I'm not going to say that he isn't deserving of being sought after by the likes of Arsenal. Shout out to Lee Gunner. By the likes of by the likes of even Newcastle wanting to keep that type of player, and obviously now Liverpool going in. Makes complete sense. But when you're rumored to go and already have a transfer record in Wirtz, you're talking about another transfer record in Isak. That's a whole different level of expectations. And I'm going to do a show. Listen, everybody subscribe. Show the love right now. Subscribe. My shows are delayed.
Before you carry on, Vader Games TV. The link's in the title. The link's also underneath in the description. Or if you don't want to be super lazy, you can go to YouTube search bar, type in Vader Games TV, subscribe to his channel. Go on, Vader.
Yeah, listen, do the subscribing now. I'm going on holiday with the fam, so I won't be back making content until Sunday or Monday. But I'm gonna make sure that these shows come out when I am back. And let me remind you,
Vader Games.
my main show on Why Always Me, I got to talk about what the attempt is. Let me be honest with you. Liverpool have heard it. Flawless. They've had to watch us. They've had to watch us go and not only win the Prem, but win it back to back. Not only win it back to back, but win it 3 times in a row. All right. Now, they were only able to see me win it 4 times in a row, but Liverpool want that. And for them to even get an attempt at a three-peat, they got to win it back to back. And I think what they're doing this summer is their attempt at winning the back to back to be able to sit at the tables like you and me at that three-peat Prem table. They can't right now. They're at the window. They're looking. They're like seeing. Oh, look at those drinks. Look at the food. Look at the ladies. They're looking. They're not able to get in and sit at that table. That three-peat Prem table. It's different. The fun. It's different. The jokes. It's different, right? So they're investing heavily this year. And if they go out and they get another record signing in Isak, that's them for a back-to-back. But we know that there's balance in this world of football. So it's going to mean it's like an arms race. If Liverpool start flexing that type of spend, which, by the way, you never saw City move that way. You didn't see City move after winning a Prem and flex that kind of spending when you all know we were capable of doing it. But you didn't see that level of over the top commitment and spend. Now,
so I'm gauging here what you're saying is, let's say hypothetically, correct me if I'm wrong, if they do sign Isak, then it's heavy as the head that wears the crown, because then you're numero, you're the favorites. Everybody's gunning for you type of thing. How does the manager deal with that? How do the players deal with that? Is what you're saying.
Flawless. Absolutely. They do that 100-point season. They do that mad consecutive win. They do that. Nothing but winning the Prem is the expectation after that.
Oh yeah, of course. 100%.
So
I think they do it though. I'm not gonna lie.
You think they do it?
If they get Isak, yeah. Even though I've got you lot as favorites currently,
you know
if they get Isak, that swings the pendulum in their favor.
This is
my opinion.
This is the thing, right? We know this through all walks of life, but let's just keep it with regards to gaming.
Yeah,
you know that if you happen to be facing a team, when you're playing FIFA or whatever, and you're like, all right, I gotta play against this PSG when they had Messi and Mbappe and Neymar, like that was just so. You know what? I got to be a little more defensive here. If they get that level of attack, the way the league's going to respond in terms of how they're going to look to defend, and again, it's going to be a copycat league because they're going to be looking to replicate on what works or what frustrates them. Them being able to hit the ground running with the addition of an Isak, and you had Mo Salah, who has Mo really shown to play well or to play at this Mo Salah that we saw last season? Have we seen this Mo with another prolific killer? No, we haven't seen this.
I think style-wise it works. That's what annoys me the most about it.
You think Mo Salah is going to defer and be more of a creator?
No, not defer. Isak's the creator.
Isak's going to be the creator for Mo.
Isak will create for him, yeah. He's still good enough to score goals, but yeah, it's very... Isak to me is no stress, do your thing, man. Shout out to we'll carry on that conversation. And to Pops, the reason why we talk about this, because the question is, if Isak joins Liverpool, can City win the league? Which I'm going to ask him in a second, actually. Big up to Gunner every single time, man. The legend that is Gunner. He says, big up Gun Down UK for the raid, even though he couldn't raid, he sent the link. Big up to him, man. Gun Down UK is a fire name as well. Sub and like you mutants. Big up to Lee Gunner every single time. Let me get to these couple super chats real quick. We're going to get back to what you're saying as well. Big up to Ak. Also been a member of the channel for 8 months. I think I said that, but big up again. Big up Andrew as well, who's been a member for 8 months. I know you rejoined yesterday. Says, Vader, are you ready for Rodrigo, Isak, Salah, and Dirts? But to answer your question, yeah, I think Isak is a better version of a Firmino. So not only will he create for Salah, he'll score more as well. Same way he creates for Gordon and Jacob Murphy. So I think it's and you add in Verts as well.
So
it works profile-wise, man. Trust me, I don't want to be saying this, but it works.
I disagree. I've seen a selfish Mo when there's another striker up front. I've seen a Mo that has been reluctant to share that limelight, and I don't know. I don't think. Again, I don't think Isak defers like that. I don't think. I don't think.
I think he can. Like, I don't think Isak's still going to do him. But I'm saying Isak just playing how he plays is great for Mo Salah, because Isak not only can he create for others, he can create for himself. He'll score goals and get assists. Like, he defers at times to Gordon and Murphy and the other Newcastle attackers. Even though he's the main man, he still defers to them because of the way he plays. Trust me, man. You are not. If they goes there, you got a nightmare on your horizon. I'm telling you that now.
I got a nightmare.
If Isak goes to Liverpool, you have a nightmare on your hands.
First of all,
nightmare.
First of all,
I'm telling you.
No, I would disagree, because we are going to have to see, again, we're going to have to see how this chemistry works. I have tremendous doubt. And again, I'm going to go based off bless. I'm going to go off just past experience, what I've witnessed, what I've seen.
With who? Who was it with Salah that you have seen this?
Mane. Mane was what, third Ballon d'Or, third on the Ballon d'Or. Mane was a killer.
Because they were both, and it worked for them though.
There was also a portion when Mane played centrally, and again,
it worked.
It worked.
And Mane's not the type. I hear you. Mane will, because Mane is more of a Salah type. He's more of a, even though he'll create for others, he's more of a goal scoring winger, even though he'll create for others.
I think a player like Isak, and here's where it becomes really problematic, and where you got to kind of think beyond, right? Isak as a player, there's that natural goal scoring selfishness. Absolutely. Right? So does he go to Liverpool and then have less numbers and is happy with that? Does he go to Liverpool and have less league goals than he did last season?
I think it's only slightly less. I don't think it's a lot.
Yeah, but when you're a killer, that still gets to you.
Actually, let me tell a lie. Could they both go there? Did him and Mane? I'm sure they both had 20 goal seasons. Yeah, you could put up the same numbers there. What am I talking about? You could easily put up the same numbers there.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, with your profile wise, add in Verts as well. This is your. I'm telling you, Isak there. That's why I don't want it to happen.
You got Mo Salah. You got Mo Salah, 33 years old.
Salah, Isak, and Cherky. I mean, not Cherky and Verts. All right.
I got to see it now. I see the intent. I see this, and again, I've been saying it for a while. I'm not new to this with regards to FSG.
If he goes there, you lot better do what you need to do, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Who?
See, can't believe I'm saying this shit. If Isak goes there, you lot better do the business.
No, you don't get to pick and choose. No, you don't get to pick and choose. Oh, now I want City to do the business. Nah, get out of here. Get out of here, Flawless. You're either with City doing it or you're not. I don't want this season you being like, City, go and handle. Nah, get out of here. Forget about it. We're gonna face them twice, obviously, in the league. We're gonna have a problem on our hands if it happens to be Isak. I'll admit that. Of course, it's gonna be a problem.
Major problem.
But the 38,
you know what this is? You are Murder Inc. sat in the office and you turn on the radio on Funk Flex and you hear 50 Cent in the club for the first time. That's the type of problem you got.
Nah. We have to see this. Who's their first tough matchup? Whatever the fixture list, right?
I'll tell you now.
That's what I would agree with you, right? No disrespect, it's not playing you guys. No disrespect, it's not playing. But
that first tough game is. But they play. Who is it? Newcastle away, second game of the season.
Newcastle away, second game. If they have Isak, yes, 100%.
I'm telling you.
Now, if they show up there, and it's a slapping, Isak hitting the ground running, him and Salah are like all linked up. anticipating each other playing into spaces and all that. Okay. But I have my doubts. This commitment's real. So they're not going away, but I don't think it's gonna be the leagues wrapped up. I think it's gonna be one of those, it's gonna be grinded out to the very end.
No,
Because
when I say it's wrapped up in regards to you lot will be there and like run the club, but I just favor them is when I say it's a wrap.
Yeah. Oh, they're favorites. Flawless. What? They're favorites. No question.
Yeah.
No question. Liverpool are favorites.
No, I don't have them as favorites. This is where we differ. I don't have them as favorites. No, but if they get Isak,
wait a minute.
You know this. Why is this a shock to you?
Wait a minute. No, how's more information not changed your mind? That's why I'm like, what do you mean?
No, more information has. I have City as currently constructed as favorites. If they sign Isak, Liverpool are in my opinion.
Make this make sense.
How does it not make? All right, I'll say it again. As teams are currently constructed right now, I have City winning the Premier League. If Liverpool sign Isak, because I rate Isak highly, and I think he's a difference maker.
You didn't see how they played versus Preston in the preseason.
I think Liverpool. I don't pay attention to preseason.
Okay, you didn't see how we played versus Al Hilal in the Club World Cup.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
and you still have us favorites over Liverpool.
Yes, because I don't look at just one game.
I
rate your manager very, very highly, and you have enough talent over there to figure him out. I think he's on demon time. That's what it is. The key in this currently right now on the 17th of July, 2025, 2:20 a.m. UK time, whatever that is, Eastern, Pacific, or wherever you are in the world, rolling sarcasm. See, the point that I'm making is that he's and I've said this to you before, Pep is the key difference maker in this team.
Absolutely. Yeah. Man's a genius. 100%.
There we go. I'm holding the GOAT to the GOAT level. He has a very tough opponent to stop.
If it was just manager versus manager, I hear you.
No, it's not, of course, the team, but I'm saying like that plays into it. So when you say, why do I have City as favorites, despite you lot looking poor, I expect him to figure it out.
Okay.
Because you're Pep Guardiola and you're one of the GOATs and you have enough talent there. Xavi Alonso, who's nowhere near your level, has problems at Real Madrid, but has talent there. And if you're as good as we think you are, you will figure it out. Pep's much better. And you have talent. Figure it out, which I expect Pep to do.
Do you have Real Madrid winning La Liga?
No.
Interesting.
Well, I don't. Because Flick's him. But they could. I don't think it will be worlds apart. And I think Xavi Alonso is good enough to figure it out there at Real Madrid. There's enough talent there. It's not a talent issue. It's figuring out how to get the best of the talent and et cetera, et cetera. And it's the same with you lot. The talent's there at City. I think you need to go again? Yes, you really miss a Kyle Walker type.
Facts.
And I think your press has to be better too.
Yeah.
If press is better, you would win about it. If you like to say about me, my QPM. If you say his QPM was better on the pitch, you lot would probably be better and then wouldn't get caught. But despite that, I expect Pep to figure that shit out. You'll see though. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I love to see you miserable like you did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
your hope. Hold on. Your hope. Who's wrong? Your hope that you're wrong about City winning the league, or your hope you're wrong?
I hope I'm wrong about both because I want neither of you to win. But the point I'm making is then I don't want either of you to win, so I lose either way. So I'm just gonna crash on the loser. So whether it's Liverpool and Slot or it's City and Pep, we know Arsenal and Arteta is gonna be there. I despise all three. You're gonna be top three. So whoever's second and third is getting crashed on. Like I've said to you before, man. Like don't let Pep lose to Slot again, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
If Slot goes out and get Isak after getting Verts, and there's still rumors about getting Rodrigo.
Yeah, they can't do that.
If they do that,
oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's their league. It's their league. It's their league. It's at minimum a double.
Well, we could be in an era of dominance from them, which we don't want to be in. So, hey, man.
No. See, here's the thing. And if anyone coming over from the raid, if you missed this earlier, the funny thing is, you know how I talked to you about, I want the Goliath path. I want that type of journey to raising trophies, is because you saw how upset RSM was when there were still questions on his win over PSG, and 9 out of 10 times does he still win it? Like, when you take the path less traveled, when you take the path most difficult, you squash all of that nonsense. You dead all them talks when that's your journey and you're not on the B side, you're not on the you know what, you got to avoid the heavy hitters. When you go through that path, yeah, people are gonna they're gonna doubt, they're gonna be like, you got lucky. That is why, that was another example on why you want that path, you want that Goliath path. Now, if Liverpool go out and do this, you know what I'm chilling with, Flawless? I don't know if you saw this in the news, but Manchester City, so proud of this club. A lot of the 115 talk is kind of like, it's kind of been swept aside.
I still not even heard a date with that.
Yeah, and don't worry about it. No rush. But the 115 stuff, that's
as much as I'd love to see you like relegated, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So you know what? You got the 115. You got Holland.
Just saying, if you do get relegated, though, I'm still down to do the show. Just letting you know.
Oh yeah, I'll be here 100%.
It'd be great to see you like League Two, man.
Let me set records. You know the way Chelsea talk about winning it all everywhere they've been. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take a script out of Lewis. I'm gonna flex all of my record settings at League Two. I'm gonna flex all of winning everything at League Two and then make my way up. But when it comes down to Liverpool making these moves, my club, and again, I don't know if you heard this in the news, but we just set a Prem sponsorship record. We're the first club to get a Billy commitment from us with regards to a sponsor. So the next 10 years, we got Puma committed to Manchester City, and after the 10 years, a bill would have been given to Manchester City, the partnership. And when I see moves like that with the 115 Lumen, when I got Holland signing a contract extension, when I got the likes of a Marmoush or Shirky Reiner saying, I want to play over at Manchester City, the 115 I'm kind of chill with. And I also know that I'm going to have the means to compete with Liverpool that don't get questioned about buying the league. I know that I'm going to be able to arm back up, and if Liverpool are able to flex that kind of spending, record signing for an Isak, go out and get Rodrigo, go out and get Verts. If they're able to do that, you know what that means? That there's no criticism for Liverpool spending like that to win the league. Oh, my club's about to do a madness. Oh, it's all acceptable now. Oh, a member of the Red Cartel spend like this and all's cool. Oh, guess what we about to do? We about to do the same
all
thing.
Those partners brought into the cult of cones. It's unfortunate. Big up Eddie, yo. the cult of cones. We get to these super chats quicker than ever get to it. Someone said something in the chat. I don't think they're confused at what I'm saying. Big up African Cat for the super chat. Says Liverpool has spent on players before, but it wasn't consistent. Allison and Van Dijk. No player was more expensive than them. I think this is in reference to you talking about Liverpool spending, but I think you're talking about the consistent, like how much they've spent just this summer alone, and they're looking to spend more. There's 100 plus on Verts, 100 plus on Isak. That is a lot. Sai says, Vader, you're wrong. I hear you on this. I don't even need to read the rest of the sentence. You're spot on, Sai. FSG didn't give us enough players when we were on top. Klopp worked on the difficult budget. We are spending now because Slot needs his players. Let me respond to this.
No, I'm gonna respond to that. Sai, you're dead wrong on this one. Dead wrong. Not me. You're wrong on this one. Klopp worked under difficult, but Klopp wanted that. Klopp is the one that wanted the squad the way he wanted. Klopp was the one that said, I'm a keep these players. I don't want to go out and get. Listen, you think it's just a matter of fact though, or it's just happenstance that Klopp leaves and now you're spending? Don't do that. It's Klopp on why you guys were moving the way you're moving. You guys didn't win anything big the last few years. You won the Prem last year, yes, but that's not enough for you guys to be doing moves like this. You had the means to do it. Your manager chose not to do it. And I rate whoever was the decision maker last season, because you know what they did? You know what? You know what is absolutely clear. And listen, all Liverpool fans, you're gonna hate to hear this, but you know what the ownership did, or the board, however you want to look at it. The fact that they said we were good enough to win the league. They told every Liverpool fan we were good enough to win the league. The manager was why we didn't win it. Because what did Slot do? Don't tell me you got Chiesa, and Chiesa was not a difference maker. This manager in Slot used the exact same ingredients, the exact same tools, right? Measuring stick, hammer, nails. He had the same tools, and he built you. He built you that beautiful home, brought you that Prem with the same ingredients, the same tools. It wasn't FSG. It was your man Klopp. So stop this. Now, the spending, if you want to say it was inconsistent not because of the commitment from FSG. It was inconsistent because of the manager that was in place. So you want a Prem, and what did they go and do? They're about to do some record signings. And
Pops got a question for you. Shout out
cool
Beijing Pops as well. He says, Flawless, can you ask the GLE Gaslighter Extraordinaire how much?
Wow.
That's Pops' word. I'm just reading the comment. That's the OG. He says, how much have you spent since January?
How much have I spent in January?
Yes, you, Manchester City Football Club.
Well, if it's over here. If you want to look,
all right, there we go.
If Pops, if you happen to buy Isak, we spent the same amount since Jan. If you go out and get Isak, and I'm hearing no buying the league talk. I'm hearing no ruining football talk. If you go out and get
they
Isak,
definitely ruining football, man.
Well,
I'm with you on that, Vader, man. I'll join you on that bandwagon.
Yeah, they're trying. If you're gonna label City as ruining football, Liverpool are living football. So, Pops, to answer your question, you buy Isak, you spent the same amount since Jan as Manchester City. Deep that.
And big up to Eddie. He says, shout out the Deacon of Combs, my guy Vader, and Mr. Black Tie himself, Flawless Simeone. Hit the likes ASAP. Run up the likes. Shout out to my guy Eddie every single time. Hope you're blessed, Eddie, before we continue. We're 3 short of 100 likes. Girls up to 100 likes.
Yeah, do the damn thing.
3 short. And hit the subscribe button as well. Let's see. I've not even set a subscriber target because the show's just been flowing. Make sure you subscribe to Vader Games TV as well, man. Go.
Yeah, let me check my numbers. Let me check my numbers real quick.
It's right. We're at 15,268 subscribers. Yo, there's over 200 of you lot in here. Run me 2 more subscribers. I'm only asking for 15,270. Yes, scales up. I'm asking for 3 more likes and 2 more subscribers. There's over 200 of you lot in the building. That's it. Go on, Vale.
Do the damn thing. Now, Flawless, I've already conceded with regards to knowing that this is going to be a tough season. This is going to be.
You lot could be in an absolute hell for real. And before you do, let me get to this because Guna G said, man said it's not talent, it's figuring out the team, and goes on to say Liverpool are the favourites with all them new signings. Flawless, explain, you're contradicting yourself. You didn't hear what I said, so I'll explain it further. Guna G. I don't. This guy's a dick, yo. So, oh shit, you threw me off now. You didn't hear everything I said, so I'll explain it further. As currently constructed, as the teams are, so no more signings for either Liverpool or City. I have Manchester City as the favourite for the Premier League. 17th of July, 2:32 a.m. UK time, wherever else you are in the world, whatever time it is, salute to you. We're all here in the city of sarcasm. So I have City currently as constructed as winning the Premier League in my prediction, and I would have Liverpool second. However, if Liverpool sign Isak, I would say Liverpool are, because I rate Isak that highly. And if you add him to what they've got going on over there, I think that takes Liverpool from second, in my opinion, to first. So when I mentioned, to answer the question about talent, because Vader said, did you see how we looked? I said, it's not the talent because City have talent there. And I expect Pep to figure it out because he's that good. But if Isak goes to Liverpool, even if Pep figures it out, I don't think he can be that much of a difference maker because Liverpool have too many of the best players in the Premier League to go. Like, for instance, if you add Isak to their attack, to me, they have the best attack in the league. They have the best attack in the league if Isak goes there. I don't think there's a better attack. And that's not only from a, forget individual standpoint, profile perspective.
I hear it.
You have Isak, Cherki, and Salah. They're all great foils for each other. There's, if it's a transition thing, if they're breaking down a low block, whatever
Salah,
the case may
Isak,
be,
yeah.
they are, to me, they already have the best defense in the league. So why would I not pick them to win the league? That's the point I'm making. I hope you're still in the chat, Gunaji, but that's the point I was making. So I don't know how it's a contradiction, but I don't think you heard everything I said.
I mean, Liverpool, best keeper, best center back, best. I think they were claiming
they got the number one goalkeeper. They got the number one center back. Let's say Kanate is fourth. Let's say Gabriel and Saliba are better. So let's say Kanate. So you've got 1, 4. Kirkes is one of the better left backs in the league. We've already seen. Frimpong is yet to be seen. Gravenberch, one of the better central midfielders in the league. McAllister, one of the better ones.
They're trying to claim McAllister's world class. They're trying to run that.
No, that's too far. That's too far. But he's a very good central midfielder. Then you got Isak, who's second best, striker in the league. You got Salah, who's the best right winger in the league, and then you got Cherki, who's potentially the best attack. Not Cherki, I keep saying that. You got Wirtz, who's potentially the best attacker in the league. So why would I, if me saying all these things and thinking all these things, why would I not predict them? Now you can say, oh, well, it's only Isak. But yeah, take Isak's a major difference maker. I think we see a much better Salah if Isak's alongside him. I think we see a much better Wirtz if Isak's there. Salah aging or not. I'm gonna
watch.
That's why I said potentially. Like, obviously, we'll see what happens with Wirtz. Palmer got to step his level up because he had a poor season by his standards last season. But the point I'm making is you have potentially the best. Let's say he's top 3 then, Wirtz. Let's say.
You said Cole. You said Palmer.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying from a potential standpoint.
You know what? Let me say this real quick with regards to Chelsea. Listen, Chelsea fans. I got no beef with you. Flawless, you know this. I do one show a week with Lewis, Carefree Lewis. I got no beef.
Man. Blue Brothers, man. Yeah,
Blue Brothers. I got no beef. Listen, why would I have beef with a club that are so willing, are so welcoming to my academy players? I get to see them continue on and succeed and do their thing professionally, and you know what I mean? Why would I have any beef with it? I get to see Cole Palmer do his thing. I get to see Lavia. I get to see Delap. Like, there's so much happening over at Chelsea. I honestly got no beef. And Maresca, former assistant manager, what? Nah, it's all calm. Now, they're going to add to this fight because I think them winning the Club World Cup is going to give them that momentum, that confidence. It's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City. We'll see if Newcastle do lose Isak and maybe their replacement is Etitike. I think they still drop off a little bit, and I don't think they're quite in that top 4 fight like I would expect those other clubs, but they'll still be around. But I got no beef. Chelsea, I got no beef. I'm so happy to see you. Chelsea get City Academy players. Arsenal get former Chelsea players. Like, it's the football cycle. It's like the football pyramid. You know what I mean? I pollinate the league. Chelsea, you got the talent. Arsenal, you guys get Chelsea's used talent. Like, it's how the cycle works. It's how the cycle works. What's the super chat? I didn't even read it.
No, I'm gonna get to this. I was just letting you, finish gaslighting the Chelsea. Look, but I respect it. Fuck Chelsea. Vader, Salah is good. Selfish when Mane is here, but once you got a striker who created so many chances, that bum Nunes can't finish. Last season he got 18 assists. He did create a lot for them. Nunes missed a hell of a lot of chances.
But this is it. Okay. There's one thing willing to give that assist when who you're giving that assist to won't challenge you in having more goals than you. You get what I'm saying? Like, Salah being willing to kind of spread around the wealth and get the assists to certain players. And yes, Nunes, absolute bum. Probably the worst signing we've seen Liverpool make, like with Klopp. Yeah, because the spend, the output didn't match up. But it's easy to be like, you know what? let me give you this beat. 50 Cent giving Game a couple songs. You know what I mean? It's easy until they start surpassing. Salah giving those assists, it was calm. But if there was another player challenging him for top goal scorer in the Prem, let alone for the team, I don't think he's as generous. I think he's a little hesitant with releasing that pass because I mean, again, listen, LFC, I think we've seen that from Salah, right? When it was him and Mane, we all remember he didn't. Hey, he was a little selfish with that shot. He should have passed it to Mane over there. That's all I'm saying. Now, Liverpool will be a problem, no question. And they're investing this season, like I'm gonna do on my show. They're investing this season because you can't have a three-peat until you win back-to-back, and they have to win back-to-back, and that's what they're investing in. My club, we need to do any and everything we can to stop Liverpool. Does that mean that it might cost City winning the league and another club wins it? I don't think so. But we will have to stop Liverpool if no one else is going to step their game up. I think you guys are a couple seasons away. I think 2028 is when you guys start challenging for the league again. So we've got to do what we can. And it's us policing. We got to police football again.
Yeah, well, yeah, with this, that's why I also think, those two work. Yeah, you're a joke, man, fucking savior of football and all this type of stuff.
We got to do it. We got to do it.
That's who said this, who says flawless, what the Manchester United need to do. And I didn't start the over comment, but you mentioned about the signings. Say the same thing every time to you, Dazzer, in regards to it. Bring in certain players. We don't need that much, like in regards to the bare minimum that improves. It's the spine of the team. I keep saying this. You go get your turning in Mbeumo, you go get a striker, you go get a central midfielder, and you go get a goalkeeper, and you're good for the season coming up. And more importantly than those four things, what should be on top of that list, or top of that list in priority, getting rid of these terrible players. All of a sudden, your team looks so much better. Center, you got, let's say it is Emi Martinez, because who we've been linked to, I think is a good enough goalkeeper. So you got Emi Martinez in goal, you got the same centre backs who you had, who I think are good enough. You got Maz there, you got Yoro, you got Delit, you got Martinez when he gets back, you got Heaven, you got Fredrickson. You have enough there in terms of quality. Wing back, you've got Ahmad, you've got Dogu, Cole as options. Then with the midfield, even though it's not ideal, the new central midfielder probably alongside Bruno. Go get someone who's technically sound, and just be an absolute cone on defense, because we need someone who's going to help us progress the ball. So I'm tired of us not being able to play out from the back. Go get someone who can control the game, someone who's got good short range passing, someone who's got good long range passing, mobile as well, and can play the ball through the lines and is press resistant. Go get, like, for instance, a Douglas Luiz fits that mold, for example. Then the 10s fit themselves. We already said about Mbeumo and Cunha, striker, and then you're set. That as an 11, I write that. I said to stop it. You know what I'm saying? This guy, shut up, man. Hey, you don't need your ad libs. Everyone want to be Quavo out here like it's the fucking Migos. Yeah, this guy. But again, that's the team I just named there is nothing spectacular, but that's a good team. That right there is a top. That right there is a top 8 team.
Now, flawless.
Go on.
The moves that we're seeing over at Spurs. Huh? Do you see? Because again, you and Spurs finished relatively close together.
Thank you for reminding me.
As you see it right now, do you see a considerable gap between you and Spurs and where the finish might happen based off of right now signings?
Sorry, say the question again. What's the question?
The way Spurs are moving in the transfer window, do you think that they've set a gap between you and Spurs, and the finish this season is going to be?
Yeah, they'll be better next. They'll be better currently constructed, because one, I rate their manager number 1, and then number 2, they seem to be adding well, but they still need more. But I think Kudus, if they get Gibbs White, their attack is patterned. They get Kudus, Gibbs White, Odegaard, Solanke, Son, Tells there, Madison. I think they're good, and it'd be interesting to see, but they still need more. Okay, so as it is, yeah. Like us, they still need more type of thing. And to Barnes in the chat, yeah, I'm fully aware that Manchester United, we could be stuck with the players we've got. Nothing surprises me. That's not news to me. I'm fully aware that, and that's why you've never heard me say we're definitely selling all them players. I've never said that. I'm fully aware of the ownership that we're under in regards to selling these players. Can we sell them? Yes. Will we? Whole different conversation. Do I think we sell them all? Personally, no. I don't think we sell them all.
Yeah,
but
it'd be
that's
tough to
not
sell them.
that's not a surprise because we are just what's what I'm looking for. We're just incompetent. That's what it is.
Nah, I mean, I think you're being cautious. I think you're being because again, you don't want a slippery slope where you're, because I guess what I'm hearing, or maybe it was just talked about, is like the potential chance of buying out some of these contracts just to get the players.
It was
to
just
move on.
Sancho was the one that was a couple of days ago that report came out about Sancho, and I've been saying that from when the season finished. I said that, and you know why? Because it's common sense. He wants his money. I fully understand. Whether people want to say, "Oh, you should love the game more," if I'm him, I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You owe me X amount. I'm not leaving 2 million, 3 million for. There's no profession I love that I'm leaving millions of pounds on the table. Fuck no. Absolutely not. That's just me. People can say, "Oh, you greedy." Don't watch my pockets. You know what I'm saying? If I've got an extra 2 million to get, or $1 million, or it could be 500K, whatever the difference is, run me my bread. That's where I'm at. You have the means to pay me. I've been saying this. Pay off. It's only Sancho and Rashford. They're the only two.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't help but think, because again, Sancho was an academy player, and I can't help but remember the time when it was him and Foden, and they had to make the choice on whether they were gonna battle it out, stick around, or bet on themselves. And hey, I'm not saying that Sancho did the wrong thing by betting on himself and going to the Bundesliga, because I think he raised his level. Yeah, that did work out. If there's a cautionary tale here, and I know you're not going to like to hear this, Flawless, and hopefully for your sake, I could care less, but for your sake, hopefully for the likes of an Mbeumo or a Cunha, United aren't going to be this kind of like radioactive place it's been. But Sancho's decision to go to United, he's got to be kicking himself. He's got to be kicking.
He knows he made. That's the only that cloud over his career so far has been here. He went to Chelsea, was fine. Was at Dortmund, went back to Dortmund and been fine. All the question marks surrounding Sancho has come from here. Like that's where it stems from. So of course he is. That's not a shot. I thought it was going to be way worse. I thought it was going to be some gaslighting nonsense, but that's actually reasonable, to be honest.
I'm usually more reasonable. The gaslighting is a rarity.
Yeah, sure. It's a rarity, man. Yeah, man. It's a rarity, man. I hear you. Very, very rarity, man.
Now I'm gonna say this real quick. When it comes down to what's actually needed this year, I'm calm with City. I'm calm with our acquisitions. I don't know who might be out the door, but Grealish, McAtee, those are all strong exits. If there's any position that I'm like, let's just get this and I'm calm, it's at right back. Because right now, Pep's going to have to do a makeshift type thing. He's going to have to, maybe Akanji at times, maybe Nunez at times, maybe Kostanov, who was picked up in January. I just want us to get a proper right back, and then let me bring the fight to Liverpool. Let me bring the fight to Liverpool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great scrap. It's gonna be a great scrap.
Warrior J, what?
So this is it. So Napoli tried to sign City's Edison last week with talks taking place, but the move is now off as deal was not feasible. And you mentioned as well, I want to get your thoughts on this because I know you got to go shortly. Manchester City want to keep Nico O'Reilly, and there are no plans for the player to leave this summer. Pep Guardiola is very happy with the 20-year-old. That's via Hurst Class on Twitter.
Listen, I'm gonna speak about the last one first. O'Reilly's played in a defensive role in the midfield. From what I understand with regards to academy, he's been more of an attacking player, more like an attacking 8-10. Does he get that chance? No. He's been playing left back for us. Can he show to maybe have the awareness, the defensive awareness to maybe play a 6 for us? I would hope. I want to keep the talent. I absolutely want to keep the talent. I don't think he's going to get much of a run at left back if we're going to have the ability to really play majority of games with Ait Nori. I don't know, but I want to keep that talent. I think he's going to be tremendous. The news with regards to Ederson. Now, I've said this. If I had my choice, Liverpool fans, hear me out. If I had my choice of keeper, I would rather have Ederson. The same way when you guys had your choice at right back, you would pick Trent because of the added things.
You still think Ederson's good enough?
Yes. I'm not gonna judge him based off of the last game. I think this last season, Flawless, I need to repeat this, and I don't think many of you are aware of this. Hit the like button if you haven't. Ederson last season registered 5 assists. My keeper had more assists than some of your creative players in the league. I'm not just talking to Flawless. I'm talking out there to the league. Ederson was that nasty with it. 5 assists from Ederson, my keeper. Madness. So Liverpool fans, you guys can understand. Although maybe you've changed your mind now that Trent's no longer your player. But when he was your player, you guys told us, Trent, look at what he does. I want more than just a right back. I want more than just a keeper. I have probably the most complete footballer as keeper in the league, in my opinion, with Ederson. I want to keep that at least for another season. I think he prevents teams from doing certain things that they want to do against us in terms of how they press us. I think he also opens up an attacking option that the way he distributes the ball either side of the pitch is absolutely amazing. So I want to keep that at least for another season. Chill with everyone trying to get him. I think what Ederson wants is a payday, justifiably so. I think he's deserving of it. So if his next move is to get better pay, I get that. Just give me one more season. Pep, let's do this one more season. I absolutely need this show. Those of you in the chat, y'all know you need this show because no disrespect. When Flawless, he's got amazing guests.
Facts.
But no one stresses Flawless like me. No one has Flawless with the nervous twitch playing with his hair. No one does that. That's me. So we have to have the show at least once a week. I'm gonna catch you guys next week 100%. Another thing.
This guy's such an idiot.
Another thing is I'm so appreciative for everyone in the comments. Y'all crack jokes on me. The GLE is wild. Pops, I'm gonna catch you. So watch out with that GLE.
Yeah, man, that crossover show. Yeah, trust the crossover show coming soon, man. We're gonna do that.
I guess before the season we'll get something.
Yeah, before the season we'll definitely get moving 100%.
Yeah. But everyone, bless up. I'm gonna run, do prayers with the kids. Flawless.
Love that, man. Shout them out, man. Let them know what you got coming up, all that good stuff real quick.
You know what it is. Let's do it proper. Everybody in the building.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
I gotta do a show. I gotta talk about all of this. That contract extension. Y'all tried to tell me that City sponsorships are fugazi. They're inflated. I'll be there 1 sec. Are inflated. You know what Puma just did? Puma just said 10 more years, a billy to Manchester City. I'm gonna talk about that. Well, hey, I'm chasing Liverpool. I'm not gonna hate on that. Buying Isak, that's a problem. And all of these topics are gonna get addressed. Please subscribe, be a part of the Vader Games, bam, and we'll talk next week. Bless.
Big up, man. You make sure you subscribe to Vader Games TV. The link's in the title, people. Subscribe to my G Vader, man. Make sure you do so. Big up Vader every single time. Find a few questions. I am going to close out, but please run up the likes. Yeah, we went over 100. We got 118. Did we even get, was it 2 more subscribers I was asking for? Yeah, it's literally 2 more subscribers. That's all I was asking for was 2 more subs. Let's see what's this. Yes, we got the 2 more subs. Now I'm asking for 5 more people. 5 more, we're at 15,270. All I need is 5 more subscribers. There's over 180 people in the building. hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And that's whether you're watching live or watching this back. It all helps, man. So 5 more subscribers, people. Run up the likes as well. Let's get us up to 130 also. Let's see what else. And speaking of this in regards to sales, this is the prime example of what I'm talking about. Alejandro Garnacho continues to express preference for Premier League move this summer. He's out of the Manchester United project, but despite calls from several clubs abroad, Garnacho wants to continue in England as clear preference. Talks will follow in the upcoming days. That's from Fabrizio Romano. And there's another thing I wanted to get to as well regarding him. Chelsea, from what I'm hearing, could have one more addition up front. The name of Alejandro Garnacho remains one of the options. That's also from Fabrizio Romano. I'll give my response to the first comment last. We should have done sold him to Chelsea. But you know what it is? Price. The fact that we want so much money for what is a terrible player. And again, people will look to Bino Gittins, look to a Langer, look to a Gibbs White, look to a Kudus, look to a Madueke and go, well, they went for this. We are not negotiating from a position of power. 1, because we want to sell the player, and 2, because the player wants to leave. So therefore, we are not negotiating from a position of power, whereas all of the all of the players I just mentioned, the selling club was negotiating from the position of power. So therefore, that's why they got the prices they got. Whether you think, because most people would regard them as too much. Maybe Kudus is the only one people would look to. Maybe Gibbs White. That's a prime example. The reason why Gibbs White is only 60 million because he had a release clause. So I stand corrected. The buying club has the position of power. That's why we had the position of power of Cunha. You know why? Because Cunha had a release clause. So we have a base to work off. And we did end up buying a release clause, but we could have went to Wolves and went, well, he's 63. All right, we'll give you 73, but it's over a longer period of time that works better for us. With Mbeumo, not with Mbeumo, with Garnacho, where the B-side when it comes to selling him and all the rest of these players. And it's not like he's coming off a great season either. Sell him. Bear in mind, 30 million for him is a great price. It's a phenomenal price. To Dazzle, who says, if we're being fair, you can't sell him for 30 million because everyone starts lowball. There's no lowball in Dazzle. How can you lowball for terrible players? There's no lowballing. How do you lowball for some of the Garnacho is, if he's not the worst, bottom 3 worst wingers, starting wingers in the league. How do you lowball? How do you lowball for Anthony? How do you lowball for Rashford? How do you lowball for Onana? Lowball. How do you lowball? Dazzy, you've missed the point. We're not trying to sell Euro. So what we talking about here? Keep it on the sale. Keep it on the sales. Garnacho better than Alanga Gittins, and you know what the thing is? Clubs don't think that, Sam. You can think that, cool. But guess what? Chelsea chose to spend the big money on Gittins. Arsenal chose to spend that big money on Madueke. Newcastle chose to spend that money on Alanga. Garnacho was available. None of those clubs wanted to buy him for that. Because clubs don't think he's worth that. There's no lowballing. So I'll ask you the question, Sam, that I ask everyone. Take out the relegated sides from this season, the promoted sides from this season. Put the relegation sides back, Sam. Starting left wingers in the other 19 teams. Who is he better than? Not right-sided players, not 10s. Starting left wingers from last season. Who is he better than, Sam? That's my question to you. Who's he better than? Same to you, Dazza. Who's he better than? To Sam and Dazza. Who is Garnacho better than starting left wingers last season? That's why I want to know. Please let me know. Lowballing for terrible players. What are we doing out here? There's no lowballing for them. They're terrible. Flawless, you signing Mbeumo? Yeah, I've been on the same thing, Barnes, with this. Yes, Mbeumo deal will get done. I have no qualms about it. I have no issues. I have no worries about the Mbeumo deal getting done. They'll do the deal. When is the big question, but they'll do it. No, answer my question, Sam. The starting left wingers, and this is what I don't like. The starting left wingers for last season. Oh yeah, I'll ask the question again because man don't want to pay attention. Put the relegation sides back in the Premier League. So how the Premier League was last season. Starting left wingers for every single team starting. So the 19 other teams, they're starting left-sided player. If they play a 3-back, the left-sided 10, for example, because we play with a left-sided 10 anyway. Who is he better than? Who is he better than from last season starting left wingers? Who's he better than? Yes, and Mbeumo can play as a striker. Jamie, he can. He's capable of playing as a striker. But it's like go sign a striker. I'm saying as an example, if Euro has to leave, we'll think they just wait, they'll get the player cheaper. Yeah, that's it, because if a player wants to leave, you're automatically not negotiating from a position of strength. If a player wants to leave and you want to sell the player, then you're not negotiating from a position of strength anyway. Now, if a player wants to leave and you don't want to sell him and he's on a contract, then it is the case. So what we talking about here, that I'm lost, Dazzle. There's no low balling. You don't rate Garnacho. So how is 30 million low balling? Please explain that to me. How is 30 million low balling when you don't rate the player and think he's dreadful? What are we talking about here? He's awful. He's awful. Again, you're not listening, Sam. Them players are not left wingers. Madueke wasn't Chelsea starting left winger. Alanga wasn't Nottingham Forest's starting left winger. Who else did you mention? I don't know why people can't answer questions clearly. Who else did you mention? Gittins wasn't in the Premier League. So Gittins wasn't in the Premier League. Madueke wasn't Chelsea starting left winger, and Alanga wasn't Nottingham Forest starting left winger. Starting left wingers, who is he better than from last season? Not 10s, not strikers, not right wingers, not 8s, not 6s, not a goalkeeper. Starting left wingers. It's a simple question. No, never. Again, I didn't say that you said he's the best. Can you answer my question, please? This is all I want. So my answer to the question. That's why can't I just get a simple answer to my question? Asked it 4 times now. Imagine you lot had to ask me a question 4 times. Answer the question. That's all. Who is he better than from last season? Starting left wingers. Simple question. What are we doing here? Simple question, Sam. If you don't understand the question, I'll break it down further. But when Bale wanted to leave Madrid, didn't get a cut price. It's all about the stance management, talk about selling the player. I'm lost. Gareth Bale is coming off a great season. Garnacho is coming off an awful season. He went 20 games without a goal. I'll ask you the question, Dazzo. If you was buying Garnacho, how much would you pay for him? If Garnacho had performed at Chelsea or Liverpool or City in the exact same scenario, same players, same thing. So what are we talking about? What would you pay for him? Why can't no one answer my question? Dazza, what would you pay for him? You're a buying club buying Garnacho. What would you pay for him? What would you offer? Yes, and Madrid didn't get a cut price. They broke the record at the time. What are we doing? Was Bale not like 90-odd million or something? Right, what are we doing here? What was Bale's price? What are we doing here? What is going on? Where is it? What was it? He was 80.53 million, which in 2013 was probably a record. So it wasn't no cut price because he was coming off a phenomenal season, of seasons, I should say. He was exceptional for them. What are we doing? Exactly. So what are you talking about, Dazzle? 5 million. You're not offering big money. So why should we expect big money? Let's just be sensible about this. Let's be sensible about this. Yeah, at the time it was record breaking. Look at what he had done, not just that season, but the seasons prior. Top 4 prediction. City, Liverpool, Arsenal. Yeah, what Chelsea did to PSG was impressive. Yeah, Chelsea. It's currently constructed right now. That's the 4. I was thinking Newcastle, but after talking to Steve, Chelsea. Again, Sam. Brennan Johnson is a right winger. Left winger, Sam. Who is he better than? Or are you saying here he's the worst winger in the league? So if he's the worst winger in the, are you telling me he's the worst winger in the league here? Left side, so he's the he's the worst starting winger in the league. Why are we expecting big money for him? How is 30 million not good for? So explain to me, how is 30 million not good for the worst winger in the league? Explain that to me. I'm lost. I don't understand that logic. You're saying here, Sam, he's the worst starting left winger in the league. How is 30 million not a phenomenal price for him? Okay, so if he's not the worst, who's he better than then? I'll ask the question again. What starting left wingers is he better than? Starting left wingers. I've been asking this question 5-6 times now. All I need is some names. I'm not even going to dispute. I just want to know where you rate him. So I'll ask you again, Sam. The Premier League teams from last year. What starting left wingers is he better than? Don't mention Brennan Johnson. He plays on the right-hand side. He's a right winger for Spurs. He don't play from the left. Left wingers. What starting left wingers is he better than? Simple question. Why can't I get an answer? Man, ask me these questions all day long. I answer. I don't dance around nothing. Stop dancing around the question. Who is he better than? Starting left wingers from last season. So we'll put the relegated sides back. So you can put Southampton, Leicester, Ipswich back in the Premier League. Who is he better than? Ain't no hate. I asked the question, IDK. Ain't no hate. I'm simply asking a question. Simple, and I can't get an answer. There's a reason for that. And ask me questions all day long, every day. Okay, well, say this. You could have said this 10 minutes ago. You have Google because you're watching this on Wi-Fi. Go to Google and look at the teams. You're a Premier League fan. So you know I'm guessing the majority of the other teams and their starting left wingers. Go to Google. Simple. And check it out yourself. Not pressed. Just want answer to my question. That's all. I'm tired of people like yourself and others dancing around questions when they don't like him. We don't do that here. Jamie, I've not even said anything about his ability. I've not even said anything. It just sounds like hate because of the question I'm asking. Because then people start realizing shit. Because if he was top 5 best wingers, man would have got the answer already. This is why we've been here 10, 15 minutes now and can't get an answer. Now it's, I need to go and check. Well, go check 10 minutes ago then. Because man thought he could dance around. No, we don't dance around questions here. That's not it. Same way I'm not letting you lot do it. Ask me questions all day long, every day, and I answer all of them. There's no question I don't duck. I even do a fan calling show every week where you lot can join and ask me stuff. Simple question. When we sell him, our main argument point to selling his price won't be what he's done, it's his potential. Why does he have high potential? So I'll ask you the question, Dazza. What does he excel at? On a scale of 0 to 10, what in your opinion is Garnacho 7 out of 10 or better at? I'm not even going to dispute what you say, Dazza. I'm just asking you. What does he do really well in your opinion? What does he do currently right now? Because people just throw out the word potential. So what does he do really well in your opinion? Simple question. Rich, I have to do this because people are just not honest. That's why. No issue. No one has to ask me the same question 5, 6, 7 times because I answered the first time. Bear in mind, I haven't given my opinion on him. I have not stated this, that, and the third. All I've asked is, who is he better than in the league that's starting left wingers? Where does he rank? I ain't said nothing about where I think he is and how bad he is and and all of this type of stuff. Simple. That's all. Because man are saying we should get X amount for him. Okay, then walk me through this. How did you get to 30 million is not enough for him then? Who's he better than? Still not got an answer. No, it's that. Reason for that. Because like I said, if he was top 5, man would say he's better this player, this player, this player. List it off. Now all of a sudden people don't know the Premier League. All of a sudden. Watch Manchester United here day in, day out, watching content creators day in, day out, but all of a sudden people, fans of Manchester United who watch the Premier League don't know other teams' players now. All right. Okay. All right. Jamie, I do. So you answered, you said, the natural attitude stinks and flawless. Will you do a call-in show at some point for other staff there? Say, I do a fan call-in show. Hey, Sam, you're supposed to be looking. I asked you a question time ago. I didn't say you said he was top 5. Can you please answer my question? I never said again. Don't be worried. You're supposed to be researching. Like you said, you don't know the other team's wingers. So why are you not doing the research to respond to me? You know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about? Sam, I just need an answer to my question. That's all. Why can't I get an answer? Why can't I get an answer? That's all I'm asking. Please go and do the research you said you was doing. You said you didn't know the other team's left wingers, so you're going to go find out. So you can go find out. Your natural attitude stinks. Yeah, flawless. We do a call-in show at some point for other stuff. I do a fan call-in show every Monday, 10:30 p.m. UK time. Talk your ish right here on the YouTube channel. As long as your camera's on, you're good to go. That's it. That's all I need. Camera has to be on. That's it. And no, I don't do preseason games. All Manchester United's competitive games I do. Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, I do them all. All on here on the YouTube, all on the playback. But I don't do preseason games, no. But it's all on the schedule. And because you lot subbed, you'll get the notification bell. That's it. So yeah, still waiting, man. You said this Sam at 3:05. It's been 3:10. So we've been 5 minutes. Okay, so he has good pressing metrics. So he's a good presser, Dazzle. So the only thing you're saying stands out is so he's a good direct dribbler, which not a lot of wingers nowadays do anymore. Bear in mind, I don't rate him, and he has good pressing metrics as well. So he's a direct winger. So he's a good dribbler in your opinion, and he presses well. Is there anything else? They're the two things. I'm genuinely asking. I just want to gauge because people say his potential, so I know what you rate him at. I'm not even here to dispute it. I just want to know. Dad says, I tried calling in a few times, but StreamYard keeps tripping. Because they've been updating it and stuff, StreamYard trips from time to time. All good, Jamie. Says, I'll be home in time for the evening show and then as I'm currently away in Tunisia. Hey, man, enjoy your trip, man. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all good. So, Dazza, you said he's good at pressing and good at direct dribbling. What else? Because you said potential. Because he's not good at going past his man because he has the lowest rate. So we know that much. But we'll give you the direct dribbling. We'll give you the good pressing. What else is he good at? All right. What are we doing here? Run up the likes, hit the subscribe. If Liverpool get SKT, who wins the league? Still City, in my opinion. Big up to James Carl. Fire username. For those that know about Rush Hour, fire username. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying? We do the working out around here. We have, even though we run jokes and we run bants and laugh and when we state things, whether it's on the stream or in the chat, it's like, all right, let's have the conversation then. This is what this is about. This is a discussion. So those are the standouts. Everything else can be improved. He has scored good goals now and again. So he's a scorer of good goals, which ain't really a thing because he don't. So pressing and direct dribbling are the two things. All right, cool. Go ahead. So he's good at two things in your opinion. All right. Thank you, Flawless. It'll be the first time going live on the fan channel. Being autistic, but I try my best. Troops knows I'm autistic as well as mod on this channel. Hey, don't worry about that, Jamie, man. You don't discriminate around here, man. Don't matter. Don't matter. Okay, it don't matter, man. Like black, white, Asian, brown. You can be green, blue. We don't care, man. Like, we don't care. Male, female, whatever the case may be. Whatever, like, it's not like, don't matter who you support, doesn't matter where you're calling in from. I don't care about all of that. Feel free. It's open for anyone to call in. So don't worry about being autistic. Yes, unless it's Ryan. This is the only person I discriminate against. It's the only person who I wish every day would go take a bath with a toaster. But yeah, like other than that, that's it. Yeah, Jamie, call in. Don't worry about being like, because you're autistic. Not fuss whatsoever. No problem. No problem. Yeah. I dropped the link in the chat. You'll see it on the day. I'll drop the link in the chat. And then I click you in. And then we have the discussion about whatever. You can call in, tell me how wrong I am about something. You might have a rant about a player, manager. They want to crash on your own fan base, crash on another fan base, whatever the case may be. Man, whatever the case may be. Yo, Sam, where you at, man? It's been 10 minutes. Man said this at 3:05. It's been 10 minutes. You said, because I don't know every left winger I'm checking. It's been 10 minutes. So can I get the list, please, before I get out of here? Because, you know, it shouldn't really take 10 minutes to check. So can I get 10 minutes? Hey, don't worry about it. Vito says I have a little speech impediment, so I'm nervous to call in. Don't worry about it, man. Feel free to call in. I do this for a living, and my English is limited. Just don't worry about it, man. It's fine. Don't worry about having a little speech impediment. King calls in, and he has a stutter. Like, don't worry about it. And this is for anyone right now. Let me explain this to anyone who's watching right now with the fan calling show. It doesn't matter if you're autistic. It doesn't matter if you have a speech impediment. Whatever the case may be, feel free to call in. I'm not going to discriminate. I'm not going to call you out. And I'm not going to let anybody in the chat laugh at you or anything like that. None of that. This is a safe space to call in people. So feel free. You might have Jez on, who's at Egypt. Just tell him show up. But other than that, that's it. So yeah, as long as you're not Ryan, you're good. So yeah, VO, call him, man. I want to hear from as many people as possible. 10:30 p.m. Jamie, it's a nighttime thing. 10:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. Exactly, Dazo. You're not a fan of him. So how is 30 million for him not a good price? That's the point I'm making. You don't rate the player. So 30 million is a great price for him. Now, Jazz, I was just running bants. He's rubbish. You think he's rubbish. Because if Chelsea was selling a Garnacho level player for 30 mil, you would say that's great business. You wouldn't say they're lowballing him. If they would have sold I use Madueke as an example. If Chelsea would have sold Madueke to Arsenal for 30 million, you would have said it's great business, which it is. You know why? Because he's not a good player. So how can you lowball a player that is poor? What are you doing? Yeah, I'll ask him, Jamie. He sometimes tunes in, troops. I'll ask him. Hey, big up, Colin. Says respect to you, mate, LUFC. You already know, man. Big up. Even though I'm guessing that's Leeds. Big up to you, of course, man. Like what we talking about here, if Chelsea or Arsenal or Liverpool or City sold a Garnacho level player for 30 million, we would say that's a great deal by the selling club. Great deal by them. So why is it us being lowballed? Appreciate it, Jamie. Follow me on socials. Let me put my ish back on the screen as well, actually. Yes, it's flawless on Twitter. Yes, it's flawless on Instagram as well, people. See it right there. Yes, it's flawless on Twitter. Yes, it's flawless on Instagram. Please make sure you follow both. New Twitter as well. So yeah, make sure you do that every single time. Yeah, hold that, man. I said my feelings there. That's what you ad-libbing all yesterday at times. Not sorry on the fan calling show. You joke, man. Is how much is Omar? Do you think Omari Hutchinson is worth in your opinion? I've not watched him like that. Seems like a good player, but I've only watched him a handful of times. So I can't really comment. It's unfair. Kingsman says big up every single time. Big up. How much did Omari Hutchinson go to Ipswich for? Or was it a free? I don't know. What happened to Sam? I don't know, James. Sam, where you at, man? Where you at? Is Nacho better than Nani to you, by the way? No. But if someone argues the other way, cool. I think they're both awful. I think they're both two terrible players. But do I think Nacho's better? No. If someone argues the other way around, I say cool. I don't argue terrible versus terrible. I don't know why. Hey, Sam, where you at, man? What's going on? Where you at, man? It's been 15 minutes. You said this at 3:05. You checking? It's been, yeah, so it's almost a couple minutes. It's been 15 minutes. Where you at? We'll give you 5 more minutes. The overall point isn't wrong. I do think United need to sell better in the future, but for those players with all the context, we know demanding big money doesn't work. Exactly that. Exactly that. It's like sell these players, which is great business. Hence why I can never get enough. That's why Sam got his track shoes on now. That's why he's got his running shoes on now. Man had plenty to say before. Man got nothing to say now. Zero. Happens far too often because people in the chat be doing a lot. So it's like, let's have the conversation. Yeah, the release clause of 35 million that Brentford offered a day after the release clause finished, and Ipswich rejected it, and Mbeumo replacement first. So then Chelsea sold Amari for 20 million first. When the Noni Saka debates were raging, why weren't you man saying Noni was trash? Had these Chelsea man running amok last 2 seasons. I've been saying he's terrible. I've been saying that Noni, by the way, K, is awful. I can't speak for others. I had debates. So the fact he's at Arsenal is sweet. I love that Arsenal signed him. Fantastic. I don't know where Sam is. I have no idea. So Sam is asking for WikiLeaks for more info. Hey, Sam, where you at, man? The people want to know now. Because people just be talking in the chat with nothing to back it up and no substance. Just there was, you lot seen what happened. Yeah, big up, appreciate it. Right, you lot, final couple questions and I'm closing out. Don't forget though, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button here. Follow the playback as well, people. Because not only do you get gaming content over there when the Premier League season starts back, Premier League watch-alongs over there, Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup, all over on the Sarcasm City TV playback, NBA content, boxing as well. The Usyk Dubois fight, that's coming up. There'll be a, what's it called? Usyk Dubois 2. There'll be a watch along for that as well. I'll probably go live on the YouTube as well for that one. But yeah, get over to the playback, people. www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv. www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv. Or download the Playback app, people, from your app store or wherever you're at. And Playback runs just like YouTube. So the same way you watch and comment on the content on YouTube is the exact same on Playback. And you sign up for free, create an account for free, and hit the follow button. Sarcasm City TV over there. I'm also back on the gaming channel as well. Sarcasm City TV Gaming. We've been going live on there. That's definitely going to be a more regular thing weekly. At least a couple times a week, I'll go live on the gaming channel. Also, the Sarcasm City TV Clips channel as well, where we're going to redirect to in a second. Shout out to Prime. That's going to be more up and running. So you got the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. You got the Sarcasm City TV Clips YouTube. And you also got the Sarcasm City TV Gaming YouTube. You're not getting so much more content. So much more content this season. Even leading up into the season as well. Don't watch that. Probably even start doing the watch-alongs on here as well and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Big up, Dazzy. You know you're my guy. Blessings every time. You don't start running as well. And big up to, is it Ferralo? You said, bro, just subscribed. Big up. He says, quick question. When do you think we'll sign Mbeumo? Sometime this month. Some point this month. Where is it? The 17th now. I'll say, shit, it's the 17th already. Damn. Yeah, by the end of the month. Which is literally 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. That's what I'd say. Nah, I'm not streaming them, and you know what? I'm not gonna watch them. I don't watch preseason games. I'm saying I don't watch preseason games. Watching Manchester United is bad enough competitively. I had to watch us in the Premier League and the FA Cup and the League Cup and the Europa League. I can't do it. Preseason now. I'll be there first game of the season against Arsenal. Be a watch along, start out before kickoff, all that type of stuff. But yeah, I can't do it. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Do you think there's any chance United are buying Mbeumo to be the striker? I wouldn't put it past them at this point and play Ahmad at the 10. No, because we actually went for a striker. Because we tried to sign Delap We was interested in Gyökeres. There's interest in Ekitike. So I don't think it is. And to S. Hanson, yes, playback is absolutely free. Let me clarify that, people. Playback is free. There's a membership over there like there is over here. Links in the pinned comment, but it's free. Go follow the playback, people. Go follow the playback. That's what I'd say. And Spotify as well. You see this show, people, all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling shows, and gaming content are on Spotify. So maybe you're like Jamie and you're traveling and you don't want to use up all your data whilst you're traveling. Guess what? You can go to Spotify and listen back to these podcasts on Spotify. Just go to your Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, follow 5-star us. And same way if you're an iPhone user, you just go to iTunes, Apple Podcast, type in Sarcasm City TV, 5-star us, and you hit a follow on there. And you can find us or wherever you listen to podcasts, SoundCloud, etc. We everywhere, people. We everywhere. We everywhere. We everywhere. And realistically, where do we finish next season? Big up to you, man. Said from Maryland, USA. It depends who we have, who have we bought, who have we sold. That's it. Who have we bought, who have we sold? That is key. What have we done? It's literally that many. The same way we spoke about the show on the title race between City and Liverpool, it's the same with us. Who do we buy? Who do we sell? Will determine where I think we'll finish. But I tell you, like, literally, I give a definitive answer the week before, the weekend of the Premier League starting, and then the weekend closes, because I'll do my predictions anyway. I'll do my top 8. I get everyone else to do their top 8. I do a fan calling show with the top 8, etc., etc. So it is, yeah, don't worry, man. I got you, look. Well, yeah, so do the business. Big up to DJ. Says respect and love to the channel and the chat. Big up every single time, man. But yeah, I'm going to send you lot over to, I don't think anyone's live, so I'm going to send you lot over to the Clips channel, actually. That's what I'm going to do. So make sure you run up the likes and hit the subscribe button over there. Let me set this up real quick. I was going to release something on the Clips channel in a minute. All right, makes sense. Me talking about United, I'm just trying to set it up now as we speak, slowing down. Oh, you replied. Where did he reply? I missed it. Where is he? All right, here we go. Alex Iwobi, Hudson-Odoi, Harrison, Mudryk, Sancho, Werner, Somerville, Adama Traore, Wilson, and Tell. All right, so let's break this down. Iwobi 1, Hudson-Odoi 2. Who's Harrison? Who's Harrison, people? You have to clarify me on that. Sancho 3, because Mudryk didn't start for Chelsea. Werner didn't start on left wing for Spurs. Somerville is West Ham, right? Somerville didn't start for West Ham. Adama Traore is at Fulham, so you already got him. Who's Wilson? And Tell didn't start at Spurs. He got there halfway through the season, so we got 3. So we got Iwobi, we got Hudson-Odoi, we got Sancho. So he's better than those 3. Anyone else? Because like I said, who's Harrison? Who we talking about here? Let me start this. Who's Harrison? Yeah, Somerville didn't play. Leeds went in the Premier League last season. So what are we doing here? Harry Wilson isn't a winger either, and he didn't start on the left. Tell didn't start for Spurs. Jack Harrison. Who did Jack Harrison play for? Jack Harrison wasn't Everton's starting left winger. It was my man. What's his face? Ndai. It was Ndai. Let me double check that. To my knowledge, it was Ndai. Let me check. Yeah, it was Ndai. I'm just looking at his numbers here. Speaking Ndai. I played 33 matches. I need to check how many starts, but he played 33 matches. It was Ndai. So what are we talking about here? So Iwobi 1, Hudson-Odoi 2, Sancho 3, and that's it. So you've got him 16th. So, okay, you think he's the 16th best player. Now we got somewhere. You think he's the 60th. No one plays for Leeds. I thought it was, when I seen the name, I thought it was Leeds, but some of these don't count, but we move. So, yes, 16th people. No, these are the players he thinks is better than Garnacho. So he's the 16th best player in his starting position. He's 16 out of 20. So why is 30 million not a good price for him if he's the 16th best out of 20? Explain that to me. How much is a good price for the 16th best player? Yeah, Somerville don't count for West Ham. That's why I included the one he counted. Bear in mind, I'm not, again, I could argue these, but I'm not arguing. Sam, you have him 16th best. So what is a good fee for someone who's the 16th best in their position, in your opinion? If 30 million isn't good enough, what is for the 16th best player? Don't worry, this is going to be good. The 16th best, he has him 16th best. So what's a good fee, Sam, for the 16th best player in their position? Yeah, I forgot Summerfield was there, to be honest, at West Ham. You have him 16th best out the starters. This is your list. You have him 16th. Out of the starters, you have him 16th. This is your list. You have Iwobi ahead of him. You have Hudson-Odoi ahead of him. You have Sancho ahead of him. Because Harrison didn't start for his club. Mudryk didn't start at Chelsea. Werner didn't start at Spurs. Somerville didn't start at West Ham. Adama Traore didn't start at Fulham. Wilson didn't start at Fulham. And Tell didn't start at Fulham. So you named a whole heap of wingers who I said starting specifically. Iwobi, yes. Hudson-Odoi, yes. Sancho, yes. Those three, yes. I think it was more so Sancho, but we'll give him that. So you have him 16th out of the starting left wingers. You went and did research for 15 minutes and came back with this list. Let me clarify this. Starting left wingers. You have him 16th out of starting left wingers. Yeah, that's why I didn't include Tell just. Iwobi, Hudson-Odoi, Sancho. Harrison didn't start at Everton. Mudryk didn't start at Chelsea. Werner didn't start at Spurs. Somerville didn't start at West Ham. Adama Traore not at Fulham. And Wilson not at Fulham. And Tell not at Spurs. So seven players you've named were not starting left wingers. You can go and do the research. It was Ndai for Everton. For example, it was Ndai for Everton. You literally contradicted yourself in the list because Mudryk and Sancho are at the same team. So how can they both be the starting left winger? Somerville, it was Bowen and Kudus and Antonio before he had the unfortunate accident. I'm glad he's well. Adama Traore literally wasn't at Fulham starting left winger. He plays on the other side. Wilson's a midfielder. Tell only got there halfway through the season. Did he even play double? I think he might have played double figures in the end, like 10. So you've got 3. You need more time to do your research, Sam? Don't worry, we got time. We can wait. We got time. Again, if you didn't understand the question, that's cool. Starting left wingers. So why you put Mudryk and Sancho in there is crazy when they play at the same team. So they can't both be starting left wingers. So you have him currently constructed right now, 16th out of the starting left wingers. He's 16 out of 20. Wait, what? Antonio lost his mom? Oh, fuck. For real? R.I.P., man. For real. R.I.P. Jeez. Yo, tell your loved ones you love him, man. R.I.P. R.I.P. for real. Yeah. So sad. There we go. Nah, I didn't see his Insta. I don't follow him. So I didn't see it. In all comps, played double digits for a bunch of bench. Yeah, so my point stands. He's not a starting left winger. Don't worry, Sam. We got time. So you've got him 16th. So do you want to add to this? Like I said, people, I even had to dispute the list. I just want to know where he rates him. So he's currently got him 16 out of 20. The irony of the number 16 on this channel. The irony of the number 16 on this channel.
By the way, can I just say, the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Right, big up the panel. The irony, yo, man's got him 16, and there's 161 people watching. Can't escape that 1-6. Can't escape that 1-6. Really, really can't. Right, where we at? I feel like we scam a lot of points next season and finish 6th or 7th. We'll see. Yeah, that clip never gets old. For those that haven't seen it, hey, you don't know. Hey, so anybody who wants to call into the fan calling show and thinks, oh, it could go wrong. It could go wrong, but it's never that bad. You're never a meme for years to come. It's never, ever, ever that bad. As bad as it is, it could be awful. You could have a dreadful take. You could say Havertz over Jokeres. However, it will never be 16 out of 10 bad people. That's it. Hey, Sam, what you telling us, man? What's going on? Talk to us, man. What's going on? What's happening? Chat to us. You've got him 16th. I'm going to close out the show. Has got him 16th. No, Jamie, I wouldn't take bottom half of the FA Cup because of how bad we are now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Watkins and Mbeumo, Douglas Luiz, I'm guessing, Estampina and Martinez. Hey, big up Omar, man. Hope you're blessed. So Watkins and Mbeumo, Luiz, Estampina, Martinez. So Martinez, goalkeeper, left wing back. Luiz in midfield. So what we got? Goalkeeper, midfielder, striker. We still have to play him out. About 7? That's me. 7, I would say. You got Watkins up top. Oh, wait, you said Watkins and Mbeumo. My bad, I read that wrong. Watkins and Mbeumo, Cunha. It's a very good front three. Douglas Luiz in midfield. Martinez. Oh, no, that's everything. That's the opinion. That's everything I said. Sorry. That's an 8. That's an 8. 100%. That's an 8 because you literally did everything I wanted and more. That's an 8. Without question. That's an 8 out of 10. That you got the goalkeeper, you got a central midfielder, and you got the 2 forwards alongside Cunha. Yeah, and Estampina. Yeah, that's an 8. That's an 8. Yeah, it's an 8. Probably an 8.5 to be honest. Say 8.5. Go one further. 8.5. All right, let me schedule this. Send you lot over here. What's going on? Yeah, I don't think Sam's coming back. Came back to do all that, and then all right. See what you lot have to put up with. And Sam's my guy, but yeah. See the type of stuff I have to put up with, ladies and gentlemen. The type of things I have to put up with. Absolute nightmare. All right, we're going to close out. Right, final few questions. I'm closing out in 5. We're going to give him 5 more. Right. Where you at, Sam? Don't take this long, man. If you don't have him 16th, where do you have him? Where do you have him? What are we doing? 16th. What's going on? Yeah, Yardman show is tomorrow. Oh, yeah, sure it is. It's because the man made about. Yeah, speaking of tomorrow, Yardman show tomorrow, but that'll be later on. You got the sports Q&A, which is kind of like I'm doing now, solo edition earlier, 4:30 p.m. UK time. Then you'll get the gaming content. So I'll be live here on here and the playback, and then following that, the Yardman show as well. Imagine if Amarim surprises us flawless when we play good football and promote a bag of academy players to replace the dross in the squad. Yeah, we can imagine it does, but is it going to happen? Do you believe it's going to happen? Nah. Word to Carl, I don't deal in hope. I'm not with the hope thing, man. I'm really, really not. Like, I don't deal with that whatsoever. I look at things from a logical standpoint and go, is it going to happen? That's how I do things. I think Chelsea challenge next year, not win, but within single digit points from the Premier League winner. No, not with your current squad. No. Absolutely not. No, with the current team. Carabao Cup and FA Cup, we have to take serious, and Amarim won't be here long. That is true. We do have to take serious. Amarim will be here too long, though. You know why? Because he's still here. We'll be here too long. But, hey, United fans strap in, man, if we don't do the business. If we don't do the business, that's it. It's all right. But I think we make more signings, yes. I do think we getting Mbeumo over the line, yes. I do believe we make signings on top of that because the striker seems to be high on the list. I don't know about a goalkeeper. I don't know about a midfielder. I don't know about Estampinion. But I think we get at least 2 more. I think we get Mbeumo and I think we get a striker. So that's 3. Sales, I think we do make a couple sales, but these lots just seem to be on some thing. Hey man, to Farrell, we'll see, man. I hope so. Maybe Kone's the answer to our midfield woes, but the manager's not gonna play him. You know it, I know it. The manager ain't gonna play him. Same way I was talking to Vader when he's talking about him. Mbeumo gonna play. No, he's not gonna play. Mbeumo ain't gonna play. Zexy ain't gonna play like that. None to forget Cheeto and Kone, they ain't gonna play like that either. The manager didn't play them players when we've been absolutely dreadful, failed to win back-to-back games, and was struggling the entire time he was there. So why is he going to sign more players and then give them more game time? The man can't get in ahead of Mount and friggin' Mount and Hoyland and Garnacho and all these terrible players. So why are we going to bring in players and all of a sudden he's going to play them? Just look at it logically. Why is he going to do that? Makes no type of sense that he's going to do that from a logical standpoint. Gonna be like, you think that you need Estampinion? Need? No, it's not high on the list. But it's an improvement. Yes, I would wait till next summer to get him because I've been saying it's just spine of the team. But I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I'd focus spine, goalkeeper, midfield, 10s, striker. That's where the strength in your team comes from. And then because of the way we play is the wing backs, the only side players are your 2 wing backs. And Dorgu and Ahmad for a season, I'm cool with. We got Diego Leon as well. I'm cool with that. I have no qualms with those 2. Shame Dalot's over the other side, but we move. Yeah, Dazzle. Rude as interim is what I want. Yeah. I get it, Jez. I get what you're saying. If Amarim gets sacked mid-season, would you take Rude? That's what I want to happen. Amarim gets sacked. And then just bring in Rude as interim. And then it gives him ample time to go pick the next manager for the 26-27 season. Oh, we'll see. I hear you, Jamie. Well, I want this manager gone too. Baz says, how many games before everyone realizes Bruno can't play TDM? I think you, Baz, have realized it. I've realized it. A lot of people have realized it. But the most important person in Ruben Amorim hasn't realized it. It's failed to realize it. So it's going to cost us. This is why I've been saying just bring in a central midfielder who's technically secure, can control the game, and just let us be cones on defense in transition, and I'm cool with that. I don't know where Samsung's at, but we don't remember. All right, man, because he'll be here whether it's tomorrow or Friday or over the weekend or next week or next month. Well, I'll remember. I'll be like, what happened, man? You told me he weren't the 16th best. Well, this is the list you put together. It's the list you put together. New Don KJ. Yo, wow, man said Don KJB. That is a throwback. Don KJB. Damn. Hey, before you lot go, I need a title for tomorrow for the Solo Sports Q&A. Who's Eze been linked to? Who's Rodrigo been linked to? Eze and Rodrigo. I heard Rodrigo's been linked to Liverpool and Arsenal. And Eze's been linked to, is it Arsenal and Chelsea? Correct me if I'm wrong, you lot in the chat. Let me know. And more the reliable sources, more the Romanos and Ornsteins, etc., rather than unknown sources. Yeah. Eze equals Arsenal and Chelsea. Okay, and who else? You're saying he's 16th best. In my opinion, he's worth more than 30 mil. No, you said he's 16th best. You said he's the 16th best. So the 16th best player, starting player in his position, is worth more than 30 million. So what's he worth then? Sam. What's he worth in your opinion? The 16th best player is worth more than 30 million. So do you agree with that for all the other positions in the league then? So is the 16th best striker in the league worth more than 30 million, in your opinion? Took your time, Samsung, but we got here in the end. That's my question to you. Is the 16th best striker, is the 16th best goalkeeper the best? Is worth more than 30 million to you? That's my question to you. Bruno's a final third player, Baz, is what I'd say. You taking mightily awfully long, Sam. When you was in the chat before, man was frequent with it. You know what I'm saying? The messages was flying in. Comments was flying in. Now all of a sudden you all 15, 20 minutes, we got to wait for you. Why? Why so slow? Again, I'll ask the question again. Is the 16th best striker in the league worth more than 30 million to you? Whoever that is. Same with the goalkeeper, same with the centre back, same with the left back, the right back. 6, 8, 10. Nah, I've never been to Tunisia before. Working all this summer, I'm out on holiday next summer, 100%. Sam did the same thing a couple of months ago, made an outrageous comment. He disappeared for 15 minutes and come back with nothing to back his case because people just be chatting sham. That's why. Yeah. I'm not trying to rage bait you. I was just asking a question. I wasn't trying to rage bait. I asked you a simple question. I don't rage bait anyone. I never rage bait. Never. It was never my MO. I'll never do that. Never to the lovely citizens in the city. I'll never rage bait. Ever. I asked you a simple question that took you 45 minutes, 50 minutes to answer. Reason for that. Manchester. I'm in Manchester. Manchester born and bred. All right, people, we're going to close out. We're redirecting over to the Clips channel, people. So it's going to send you lot over there. So all I need you lot to do is put hit a like button and subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Clips channel if you haven't. And then check out the other clips as well. It's going to redirect straight over there, people. It's going to redirect straight over there. It's premiering now as we speak. So we're going to close out. Big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the Manchester United, Manchester City Mandem United podcast meets the Mandem City podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.